Um, so we're live, of course. I can tell my voice is a little bit different today. I have got a cold. So sorry if I sound a little bit nasal, a little bit croaky, a little bit off, let's say. Excuse me. So yeah, I've got a little bit of a cold. I am run down. I'm not 100% today. However, I'm still showing up. I'm going to speak the best I can, but I'm not at 100%, guys. I'm really not. So let's get into it the best we can. So my name is Brad, of course. This is the Let's Get Inspired live vlog. This is episode 76. Today is Sunday. It's the 4th of January 2026. And today's title for today is still showing up on YouTube. Here's why. So why am I still showing up on YouTube? And I think I've been doing it for a year now. So I'll get into it in a moment. So, all right, guys. So I'm live. I'm referring to my notes as well, of course. If you're here early, I appreciate you. I appreciate anyone that watches, of course. Today isn't a rant or a motivational speech. It's more of a check-in. And really, it's a thank you. It's a thank you. This channel is growing slowly, but steadily, let's say. And I know that some of you have been on here for a while, so I really do appreciate you all. So I wanted to talk openly about why I'm still doing YouTube, even when growth feels slow. So I'm just warming up. Let me just add something in so we know what we're talking about. Keeping going when growth feels slow. I'll just type this in. There we go. I'll leave that there for now. Sorry, guys. I am definitely a little bit slower today. Definitely a bit slower. Oh, God, what's my energy like? It's not amazing, if I'm honest. My throat is croaky. I've been ill since, God, I sound ill. My voice sounds different if you haven't heard me before. Oscar says hello. Hi, Oscar. How are you? My name's Brad, by the way. Just to let you know. Yeah, I've been ill since around the 23rd of December. I started with a cold then. This is not the worst thing in the world. It's just a cold. But it carried on. So today I'm just my energy's not 100%, but that's okay. Your best is different every day, isn't it? Oscar's asking me how I am. How am I? I'm all right, man. How are you? How are you is the question right back to you, Oscar. Thanks for asking. I'm a bit run down today, mate. I'm a bit run down. I'm not at my best. My voice sounds different today. I can just feel it. It's croaky. That's the cold. But I'm all right. I'm okay. My life's okay. I'm just chilling today. Today, what am I going to talk about? Obviously, throughout this, I'm just going to every single comment I'm going to respond to the best I can. Oscar saying I'm good. Good to hear that, Oscar. I'm glad that you're okay. I'm glad that you're doing all right. That's great. So what was I going to say? Yeah, I've been doing this YouTuber thing for a year, and I've been posting consistently. I've got better at it, believe it or not, even though this isn't bloody perfect. And I used to think at one point, I thought, oh, people who are YouTubers, they're earning loads of money and they don't even have to work. Oh, that's Sydney. I've wrote it wrong. Oh my God. Sydney, thanks, man. Yeah, you're right. I'll start again. I'm not well, Sydney. I'm genuinely, I know you're not being rude, man. I appreciate that. Do you know what? I don't think you're being rude at all, Sydney. I think you've just done me a favour. I'm a bit ill, Sydney. That's probably why. It's not bloody... It's not an excuse. It's a reason. Let me just type that again. Keeping going. Even when growth Thanks for that, Sydney. Thank you for pointing that out. Oscar subscribed to me. Thanks, Oscar, man. I really, really appreciate that. Thank you. Thanks to everyone else, anyone that subscribes. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thanks. Sydney saying it's not an excuse, it's a reason. Fabulous. Yeah, it is. Yeah, I think more people need to use that one, Sydney. In life, in general, in my opinion. I like that saying too. I think it's true a lot of the time. It shows accountability, really. It shows more accountability. Greg Woolwich. Sorry, one moment. I'm going slowly today. What's made me ill? I think it's probably the weather changing. I live in England, near Manchester. I live in Chorley, a town in Chorley, which is in Lancashire, which is in northwest England, whatever. What's made me ill? It's just I work at the hospital. I work at the NHS. I work as a scrub nurse, and that's basically, I work in theatres. And I think, obviously, winter season, people coming ill, patients coming ill, the cold season's around, the flu season's around, and people sneeze and cough. And then all it takes is a little bit of breathing in some of that goodness, quote unquote, and then you get ill yourself. Probably that, Greg. Lightning, my sister is pregnant. Can't believe I'm going to be mad. Oh, God, that's sick, Lightning. Bloody hell. I'm going with a joke there, Lightning. Lightning has struck there, hasn't he? Big time with that comment. Straight in there. Oscar's then saying, I live in the UK too. Whereabouts in the UK are you from, Oscar? Is the question. How are you finding the UK at the moment? So anyway, what I'm going to talk about a little bit as well. I'll keep going with, I'll answer every single comment the best I can. Oscar saying Wales. Lightning saying it's true. Right, okay then, Lightning. Whatever you're into, lad. Greg is saying Somalian. Congratulations. The real Marquis says, hello, sir. Hello, the real Marquis. How are you? Hope you're okay. Dunker saying my forehead's up reveal. Yeah, it's just me and my bald head, mate. Dunker. My name's Brad, by the way. Nice to meet you. Also saying the UK random weather. One day it's raining, the next day it's sunny. Yeah. It's gone colder as well, hasn't it? It really has. The temperature's dropped. It feels fresh. Like yesterday, it was really sunny where I am, Oscar. But it was like a nice version of cold. It was a nice version of cold. I liked it. The real Marquis, I hope I'm saying that right, saying, I'm grand. Thank you, sir. How are you? I'm a bit ill, the real Marquis, but I'm okay. I'm turning up. I'm not 100%. I'm a bit slower than usual. My voice is a bit croaky, but I'm all right, man. I just fucking keep going there. How are you as well? Real Marquis, question right back at it. How are you? How's life? Dunker saying, Brad, what's up? I'm just cracking on. Dunker, that's what I'm doing. It's snowing where you are, Oscar. I'm jealous. Snow's a pain in the ass, isn't it? It really is a pain in the ass. Oscar. However, it looks amazing. It looks stunning. The snow looks amazing, but it's a pain in the ass if you're driving. Is it going to snow here is the question. Maybe it will do later on today. The real Marquis saying, you're saying it right, don't worry. Thanks for letting me know that. And Oscar says yes. So yeah, I've been doing this for a year. And I've been very consistent. I'm at 261 subscribers. Maybe I've got a few more now. That'd be great. But it's very slow growth on here as a YouTuber. I'm an amateur YouTuber, of course. I work full time. You don't get paid for it unless you start hitting certain levels, which I'm not at yet, but I will eventually. But it really is a long game. Being a YouTuber is a long game. Some people blow it really quickly, but a lot don't. A lot don't even make it. A lot quit after about 6 months. They don't carry on for a variety of reasons. Some people expect to get big really quickly, or their ego gets hurt because they're not doing so well. And it's keeping going even when no one's watching sometimes. That's what it's gonna take. And even if you do become monetized, it's not like you're getting loads and loads of money to begin with. It doesn't work like that. And maybe that'll never happen, who knows? But I think you've got to enjoy the process. And I really enjoy doing this. And I found that I've met some amazing people along the way. And I've had some interesting conversations. And that's why I prefer doing the lives, because I can just be myself on here. That's the best thing I can do, is just be my fucking self. I can't be anybody else. I think that's the best way. If you're going to ever be a YouTuber, just be yourself. Be your authentic self, as imperfect as that's going to fucking be. Turn up the best way you can. And that's the best way, in my opinion. Therefore, be relatable. Be fucking real, man. I swear quite a bit as well, as you can tell, but that's just me communicating how I do. Figureer saying, you look like a fun lad. All right, Figureer, how are you doing? My name's Brad. I look like a thumb. I get it, with a bald head, of course. Greg saying, I tease my daughter, she's going to inherit my bald head. I hope not, Greg. I don't think your daughter will inherit your bald head. I don't. Have you got a bald head as well, Greg, is the question. Also saying, I can't get out of my house because the snow, it's piled up on my door. Wow, shit. Whereabouts in Wales are you from, Oscar? Are you out in the countryside as well? I'm guessing here. In a small town or village. I'm just guessing. That's crazy. The real Marquis, thank you. I hope you get there one day, sir. Yeah, I'll get there. I'm already there, man. I'm already there. I don't get paid for it. It's all good. A lot of the time I talk about deeper things, of course, but today I'm not doing. I'm just chilling today, really. That's where I'm at today, so I'm chilling. So I'll carry on. So I want to talk openly about why I'm still doing YouTube, even when growth feels slow. Because it is slow, man. It is, especially when you're turning up in a genuine way. Especially another one, comparison is the thief of joy. The other day, I look at the lives and I scroll down. I look at them. Obviously, you've seen me now if you're watching. You scroll down, you see other people on the lives, of course. That's how it works. And I saw someone, right? Listen to this fucking shit, but it is what it is. There's a middle-aged woman. She's 50 years old, right? She's not good looking. She's not good looking. She's average as hell. She's a 50-year-old middle-aged woman. She's laid on a fucking bed. She's got her eyes closed. She's not that. She's average looking at best. No disrespect, but that's what she looks like. She's got her fucking eyes closed. She's asleep, or she's pretending to be asleep. She's not saying a single fucking word, right? And she's got 500 people watching her. 500 people. That's crazy. And then if I compare, obviously, you're thinking, what the fuck? This person's not saying anything. They're not doing anything useful. They're led there with their fucking eyes closed, doing fuck all. They don't even look that good. And they've got loads of viewers. So people must be into it, of course. It's not her fault. Her specific fault. But that's just how this fucking game works. And I'm thinking to myself, I talk about narcissism. I talk about all those different things, right? In-depth things, and I try to be as intellectual as I can and present them the best I can. Obviously, today's more of a fucking chilled one. But I talk about deep things, about personal development, about going through the struggles of life, basically. Lots of variety of topics there. And I do lots of shitty writing. Okay, I do loads of writing. I create notes. I prepare. Okay, and then I present it the best I can. And then I think to myself, I'm nowhere near 500 viewers watching at once. And this person just led there asleep. And you think, bloody hell, life's not fair. But that's the way it goes. That's the game that we're in. It's mad. I'm thinking, wow, how the fuck does this work? Anyway, that's my little rant on this shit that we do. It's crazy. Some of the stuff on there is crazy. Ever see the guy that's like puts a toilet over his head? He's got like a toilet seat over his head and he's covered in poo, let's say, quote unquote. And people probably entertained by it. I couldn't do that to myself though. I feel like I'd be degrading myself. Fair play to that guy, whoever's doing that. I forgot his name, but he gets a lot of viewers. He does well on it. But I can't do that. That's not me being me. That's not me being real. I find that would go against my own integrity. And I'm not going to do that. Therefore, leading to the growth can be slow, of course. Ice cream guy. Is it the ice cream guy? Thanks. 1 minute, let me just say. So let me carry on reading. So Greg's saying midsummer here in Australia. Wow, midsummer in Australia, Greg. So it must be really hot, really warm. Totally polar opposites there, literally. The real Marquis then says, why is the person copying me on the reaction emojis? I don't know. I don't know what you mean by that, real Marquis. Real Marquis then says, bro, and then puts his tongue out. The real Marquis goes, I know that guy, the ice cream guy. I've reported him so many times. Why have you reported him? Why? What's gone on there is the question. The real Marquis. Yeah, is he called the ice cream guy? God, that's mad. He gets a lot of views though. But I couldn't do that. Fuck that shit. Literally, fuck that shit. I'm not doing that. On here, no. I suppose that's what attracts people to it. It's entertainment in a way, isn't it? Shit entertainment. But anyway, Greg then says, a lot of people put on me on the live stream while I'm shearing sheep. Don't you have your own channel, Greg? Or you shearing sheep? That's different, man. That's a different skill, that, mate. If you do actually do that in real life, that's a different skill. A lot of people don't have that skill. Ricky, hi, Ricky. Or Rikey. Sorry if I'm saying it. Hello, mate. Hello, back to you. My name's Brad, by the way. I'll go with Rikey. I hope I'm saying it right. Ice cream guy has multiple names and channels streaming the same shite. Yeah. It gets them views. It works. I'm not saying it's the best thing to do. It requires it's basically you lose brain cells, I think, by watching that. It doesn't really open your mind. It's not for your best self in the long run. I don't think it's good. I think we're here to develop, to grow through the suffering. That's what my channel's about, that, usually. Today's more of a chill chat. That's what my channel's about. The real Marquis says, yes, the guy with the toilet seat, he keeps on screaming at people. Yeah, because it's working, isn't it? It's outrageous. It's stupid. It's dumb on steroids. What's my niche, Rikey? Saying, what's my niche? My niche is a little bit broad, Ricky, but I feel like this is just genuinely me. Mine is about self-development, self-improvement. It's learning about how to deal with fucking toxic people, dealing with challenging people. It's about just becoming your better self. It's about becoming higher vibrationally, vibrating at a higher level, not being a toxic, ego-driven arsehole. It's about becoming more aware of yourself. It's about awareness. It's about self-development. It's about self-improvement. It's about dealing with all the wankers in the world, Reiki, as well, because there's a lot, as I'm sure you know, a lot of challenging people out there that will try and tear you down. I'm going on a little bit here, aren't I? It's about bloody, what's it called? One of the biggest prisons of the world is the fear of what other people think. The fear of what other people think can govern how we live our lives. It's a prison in our own minds, and it's escaping that fucking prison and being your authentic fucking self unapologetically, while still being a good person, of course, and living your best life, mate. You only get one fucking life. It goes really quickly. It goes fast. I'm 43 now. Think about the years going by now. January lasts forever, doesn't it? It feels like it does. And then the rest of the year just snap. It's gone. It's Christmas again. So it's about making the best of life. And growing through the fucking suffering and making sense of it all. And it's not always easy. And I don't have all the answers. I'm not an expert on everything. I've got some experiences. I've got some perspectives. It works for me. but I'm still learning myself, of course. And that's it. And it's connecting with people. It's a collective consciousness, which is being, which is this collective consciousness. It's other people's opinions and that as well. So yeah, that's that's my niche, which is a bit broad, Reiki, isn't it? It's a bit broad. I get it. I don't want to talk about one thing all the time either. I think it can get boring for you, for people watching, or for myself as well. I don't want to talk about the same thing all day long. I've talked about why men struggle. I used to talk about that a lot at one point, but I thought I don't want to talk about that all the time. It's what's an ambivert, Reiki? Good question. An ambivert is basically you've got introvert and you've got extrovert. So you probably already know these. Extroverts are the life and soul of the party. They love being around people. They get their energy from being around people, from talking. They love it. And then there's introverts who are more prefer smaller social settings. They like their alone time. They get drained by being in big groups, but they get recharged by being on their own. An ambivert is the mixture of the two. So I feel like I'm a mixture of the two. There's more to people than just this, of course. Not introvert, extrovert, ambivert. Ambivert is like, I like being around people. I like talking sometimes, but I also like my alone time as well. So I'm a mixture of the two. I think a lot of people fall under ambivert, Reiki, in my opinion. And I just went with the name inspirational and trying to inspire people to be their best selves. And then ambivert just explains that. That's what I've gone with. Just a bit of a different name. Yeah, so that's that. Greg is saying, I've been a sheep shearer in the Australian outback for 31 years. Wow, Greg. That's very specific, very different. Just retired at 51 years, home full time now. Wow. It's lucky you. Right? How are you? That 51 to retire is young, Greg, isn't it? If you're 51 and you're retired, good for you if you can do that. Fair play. And that's really good to be able to do that. Being a sheep shearer in the outback, you must have a lot of life skills, let's say, that a lot of people don't have, Greg, in my opinion. How's retirement? How's it going? Are you keeping? I'm assuming you're keeping yourself busy. I bet there's still a lot to do anyway. If you're living in the outbacks in Australia, I can only imagine a little bit of that. It's a different world, isn't it, Greg? I'm sure, compared to living in a town or a city, let's say. Reiki's saying, love, that's authentic, mate. Yeah, I'd rather be a real nobody than a fake somebody. So I'd rather be a real nobody than a fake somebody, is the fucking thoughts on that. You've got to be yourself, mate. Embrace fucking who you are. Unapologetically. Don't let the bastards get you down, mate, is the thinking. Because people will. The Real Marquee. Sorry to whoever's copying me, I'm leaving. I don't know who's copying you, The Real Marquee. I don't know. Don't understand where you're coming from with that. But thanks for being with us, The Real Marquee. If you need to go, you need to go, mate. It's all good. Thanks for contributing. Thanks for being here. It's all good. Nice to meet you, by the way. Jackie Haggerty. Yeah, I know. Why do people ask Jackie? Can I ask you a question, please, if you're still there? Why do people ask that on a continuous basis? Is it a trend? Is it like 67? Is it based on that? I know what Stray Kids are. It's like K-pop or something like that, isn't it? I don't follow it, but I'm familiar with it. Do you know why I'm familiar with it, Jackie? It's because people have asked this question a few times to me. Is it a trend, is the question. Reiki saying, I love the positivity, man. Well worth a sub. Thank you, Reiki. I really appreciate that. Thank you for anyone that's liked. Thank you for anyone that's subscribed. I really appreciate you all. I'm just going to pin that message, Reiki. Thank you. I'm going to share your message, should I say. Pooped out one. What is up? Can you help me? How can I help you? Try ask it. Pooped. What a name. Pooped out one. Elaborate if you can. I'll try and help you the best I can, depending on what it is, of course. And I'll respond to everyone that's commenting. I'm going to respond to every single one. I'll do my best. So I'm going to carry on with my content a little bit. And then, so this is one of those lives where the comments matter more. They really do. More than what I plan to say. I'm reading my notes here. If something I say resonates, jump in. If it doesn't, that's fine too. It's all good. We're just chilling. Rikey's asking me, what do you drink? Is that a cappuccino or a Guinness? Not a Guinness, man. I've never drank Guinness, Rikey, believe it or not. I've never had it, which sounds crazy. That's cappuccino, and it's gone. And it's actually very nice as well. Yeah, it's a cappuccino. It's way too early, Rikey. Where are you from, by the way, Rikey? If you don't mind me asking. It's way too early, man. No. I don't drink that often anymore. Greg is saying, I own a few blocks and vegetable garden, large scale with my son. He's autistic and unemployable. There's nowhere to spend money here. I suppose that helps with the retirement aspect though, doesn't it, Greg? You're keeping hold of your money. That's maybe serves you well in the long run. It'll put you in good stead for when you're older, kind of thinking. Your son's not autistic. Oh, how's he doing? How's your son? How old is your son? Greg, I used to work with autistic people, let's say, young people and young adults. I did that for a long time. So I'm very familiar with, well, they're all different, of course, as well. Is he, what? Sorry, I'm asking a personal question here, Greg. You don't have to answer if you don't want. What level is he at? Is he able to communicate? Can he speak? Some autistic kids can't speak out loud. They do non-verbal communication, don't they? And some do. How independent is he? Is the question, Greg. Rikey's from South. Sorry, you don't have to answer that, by the way, Greg. I'm no pressure. I'm just asking, but don't have to answer. Rikey is saying Southampton. Right, okay. How's life in Southampton? Matic saying, what's up, Phil Collins? Oh, look, fucking hell. Oh, look, nothing. I've got a bald head. That's it with Phil Collins. He was a really good... Genesis was the band, wasn't it? Max. I'll call you Matt. He was a really good artist, wasn't he? Really good singer, really good musician. Down the line, did you go dogging last night, mate? No, I'm not into dogging, man. Not into that. Down the line, do you like doing that? It's a question. No, not for me, man. Not for me. So this is the group chat. I'm going to answer every single comment, guys. If you want to comment, I'll answer it. I'm with you all the way. This is one of those type of lives, by the way. Down the line is just laughing. And if it makes you laugh, down the line, if it makes you happy, it's all good. So if you're here, you're the reason why I keep showing up. This is why I keep showing up. Doing the lives. I used to make edited videos and it was very concise in about 5 minutes. And I'd be really like specific about what I was saying within this 5 minutes. But I find that the lives can beat myself on. So that's why I just do the lives now, basically. And I respond to all the comments the best I can. So, we'll move on. The honest part. I'll move on to the honest part. That's the title of this. I won't lie. There are days where I think, is this actually going anywhere? Is this actually fucking going anywhere? That's what I ask myself. What's the point? I ask myself these things because you do these lives. I had 261 subscribers as of, let's say, this morning. It took me a year to get to that point, and a lot of people go, is that it? And I've been showing up every week, sometimes 2-3 times a week I show up. Consistently for a year I've been doing it. I've been keep going. It was very slow to start with, really slow, because no one's heard of you, no one knows you. And I didn't know that much. I don't know as much as I do now about YouTube a year ago. But you just keep turning up. And do you have the balls? You have the guts to be shit. You got to dare to be shit. That takes you dare to be shit at something. Because if you start at something, you're not going to be the best at it. Most of the time, unless you're a genius in something. But most people, when they start something, they're shit at it. And I'm still a bit shit, but I'm better than I was. I'm less shit than I was. But you've got to dare to be shit. Forgive the swearing there, but that's it. But there's times where I'm thinking, I'm putting the energy into it. I'm always thinking about what live should I do next? What should I talk about next? What should I do next? How can I make this better? How can I change this? Let me try that. Let me try this. Some things work out, some things don't. Sometimes you just, at the beginning, I'd do a live and there was no one there. I'd just be talking to myself for about an hour. It's difficult. And you're not getting paid for it. So there's times where you're thinking, why do I keep doing this? Why am I keeping going? And am I going anywhere? Those kind of thoughts go through your mind. And it's not just doing this. It could be doing something else, whatever that is. If it was easy, everyone would be doing it. But you've got to keep going. Consistency, perseverance. You've got to keep showing up. You've got to dare to be shit, whatever it is you're doing. And it's got to be sustainable. Really important. Really, really important, man. A lot of people, they go New Year's resolution. They go, oh, I'm going to fucking go to the gym. I'm going to work out. I'm going to eat better now. New year, new me bullshit. And they go all in. Inspirational, whatever. And it's like, you've not exercised for 2 years. You're overweight. Let's say you need to lose weight. You need to eat better. And you're going all in at the gym. You go to the gym 1 day, 2 days. The body is aching. The body's not used to it. They've gone 110%. The body is sore. They can't go in for the rest of the week. And then they just quit. You've got to small, gradual build up. And also winter it's not a time of new beginnings. Winter's not about new beginnings. Look at the trees. Most trees, they don't have any leaves on them in winter. It's a reset. They're chilling out. They're resting. It's winter. What do animals do? They fucking hibernate, a lot of them. Not all of them, I know. Nature just chills out in winter, man. It's a time for chilling, literally chilling in most countries. It's time for just calming down a little bit. Spring is the time when you should be really going for it. I'm not saying keep going in winter, don't stop in winter, but don't go too fast, too soon. Small little changes is what I'm trying to say. Therefore, that will be more sustainable. Anyway, I'll carry on with the comments like I said I would. I'm going to call you Dean Lack. I can't say your name properly. Sorry. It says hi. Hi back to you. My name's Brad, by the way. Good of you to join us. Down the line said, what about Trump? Wrong or right? I'm not. Down the line, I am not a political. I'm not a political expert. I have my own opinion, but I don't know everything down the line. Is Trump good for the world and bad for the world? I believe. You don't have to agree with me, by the way. I think he's more good than bad. And a lot of people might not agree with that. And why do I think that? I think that the woke leftism has gone too far with some things. Not with all things, but with some things. And he's against that. He's got more common sense with some things, let's say. A lot of people might not agree with that one, which I get. But again, hold my hand up here. I don't do politics. I'm not an expert. And I'm wise enough to know that I don't know everything. I'm actually wise enough to know that I don't know a lot about politics. You only see what you see on the news, and it doesn't make you an expert just because they're only giving you certain information. So there's so much I don't know. Rikey's saying, chill out, 1457. I'm not sure it's that kind of chat. Dude, no, it's not, Rikey. Thank you. Greg saying, my son is non-verbal. Okay, 18 years, doesn't like being touched. Okay, so sensitive. Yeah. If wife or daughter gets him off the computer, he sometimes bites them. Right, I've worked with people like that before, Greg. So I decided to be with him full time. Oh, that's very kind of you. Very, very kind of you, Greg. He's lucky to have you. I bet that's challenging, to say the least. Does he get any education, go to college or anything like that? I know you think, oh my God, an autistic kid can't go to college, but in England they do. because I've worked at these places, teaching them life skills, etc. Not a traditional college in the sense, but a college or a school that's specific for people with autism. Does he go to anywhere like that? Raki saying, I'd agree. I'd say he's ballsy. Jamie's then saying, hi from Carol in England. Hi, Carol. Is it Carol that your name? Said Jamie there. Your name's Carol. Hi, Carol. I hope if I'm wrong there, let me know. I'm just saying that your name doesn't. You're saying from Carol, so I'll say hi, Carol. Hope you're okay. LTI veteran saying, what would you do if you saw a raccoon with a big ass? Raccoons are crazy, aren't they? I've never come across a raccoon because we don't have them here in England, but they can be quite aggressive, can't they? LTI veteran, let's say the least. I don't know what I'd do with a raccoon with a big ass. What would you do with a raccoon with a big ass? What would everyone else do with a raccoon with a big ass? What would you do with that? I don't know. I've never come across that LTI veteran. Funny question. I'm taking it as a joke, of course. Sander saying good morning to everyone. Happy New Year. Thank you, Sander. Happy New Year to you too. Thanks for joining us. Hope you're okay. Right, Kitty saying Happy New Year, Mum, and good morning. Sending love and respects. Love it. Sander's then saying, hi, JB. I mean, Carol, LOL. LTI veteran. A bit of wordplay going on there. You can give me a shout out. My name's Mike something. I know where you're going with that, LTI veteran. A bit of wordplay going on. Anyway. Fat Antlet. I can't even say that, man. Can you say happy birthday to my sister? Her name is something enormous. Again, a bit of wordplay going on. Katie, hi Katie, how are you? My name's Brad, by the way. Hope you're okay. Here from Wales. Whereabouts in Wales are you from, Katie? I'm from Chorley in England, Lancashire. Is it snowing where you are, Katie? It's quite cold today, isn't it? I think it's probably going to be the same in Wales or even colder in Wales, depending on where you're from. Sandra's saying, I can see you have some primary school children here today, Bradley, LOL. Well, yeah, there's a lot of the world. Some people are young, which is fine. And some people are emotionally young, aren't they, Sandra? Some people have emotional maturity of an 8-year-old when they're 50 years old sometimes. That's how it goes. Linda says hi. Hi, Linda. How are you? Hope you're okay. Sandra says hi to Katie. Jack is saying, nice pair, mate. Pair of what? Katie's then saying, oh, I would. Katie's saying, oh, I would. TF high. But, I don't know what you mean by that, Katie. What's going on? Elaborate. Sorry, I'm not. Elaborate if you can. Sandra's asking, Katie, what's going on? Where's the A-Train? Hi, A-Train. Oh, A-Train is off The Boys, isn't it? I love that. The Boys is really good. Has anyone ever seen The Boys on Amazon? It's good. I like it. It's very dark, isn't it? About superheroes, if you've not seen it. A-Train is one of the superheroes on it. It's a really good program. Anyway, where's the accent from, mate? A-Train is asking. It's from Lancashire, northwest England, near Manchester. I've not got a Mancunian accent. It's a Lancastrian accent, if you're going to call it something. Basically. And my voice sounds a little bit different today, A-Train. I've got a cold, so. Raiki saying, I've really enjoyed this morning, mate. Thank you, Raiki. That's why I do what I do. That's what keeps me going. That's why I do what I do, man. So thank you. I appreciate that. Katie said, I'll put it in the neighbour's garden. What would you put in the neighbour's garden? Katie then says, what? Okay. Rands. Hi, Rands. I'm going to call you Rands. Sorry if I can't say the rest of the name. You deserve 100,000 likes. Thank you, Rands. That's very kind of you to say. Thank you. Katie's saying why to me, though? I was just asking you a question, Katie. I didn't understand what you were on about before. Trying to understand you, that's all. Rands is saying they get the same again. You deserve 100,000 likes. That's very positive and very kind. Thank you. Jack saying her, not per. Learn to read, you subhuman. Okay, Jack. Let's be nice. He said her. Where's the hair? I haven't got any hair. No, it's gone. I receded, Jack, when I was younger. I used to have like mousy brown hair. Believe it or not, when I was 20, let's say, and I started to go bald, mate. I started to recede. As you can see, there's no hair. Gone. It's gone. And eventually, I kept it going for as long as I could, Jack. But I didn't look great with my hair because it was receding. I was going bald. My hair was very thin as well. It's just what I had. It's the card I got dealt with. You get cards that we dealt with regards to our bodies, with regards to our hair, with regards to our strengths and weaknesses. And eventually I shaved it all off, mate, and I felt better about it. I've got a good shaped head for being bald. I love myself. I like myself. And I suggest that, I hope that you like yourself too. I hope that you love yourself, Jack. It's a good way to be. It's all about thinking about what the internal is, having that internal dialogue, being your own best friend, not relying on the external, not relying on the wants and whims of others. Because like I've said before, one of the biggest prisons that we can be in is the fear of judgment of other people. And the fear of judgment of other people is from the external, isn't it? It can stop you doing so many things when you're scared. You're scared to be yourself. You're scared to go for that job. You're scared to just be your best self because you're scared of what other people will think and what they'll say. So I relinquish that. I relinquish what other people think of me. I rely on my internal. That's what it's all about. That's how you win. Anyway, Rikey's saying, especially I need it on here because I'm going to get people calling me bald. I'm going to get people calling me names. I'm going to get people putting me down on here sometimes. Not everybody. Most people are really, really nice. But some people are going to put me down. And that's life. Trolls on here, you get them out there as well. It's part of life. How are you going to fucking deal with it? It's having that internal validation. And it doesn't fucking bother you. It's like water off a duck's back, mate. It's all good. Anyway, I'll carry on. Rikey. We see kids on the dole at 18. True. We see kids doing tours in the army at the same age. Yeah, such a comparison there, Rikey. Which path do you take? Kids that are going for it, they're in the army, or they don't even have to be in the army, Rikey. The army's great for discipline, great for structure, great, can make you a very strong person potentially, Rikey, of course, if you go to the army. I think I'd have been very, very good. I'd have been really, really good in the army. I'm not, but I'd have been very, very good, in my opinion. But I never did it. I'm probably a bit too old now. But it's the choices that you make, yeah. You don't have to be in the army, though. You can just go to work at McDonald's. Be useful. Be useful. I'm paraphrasing Arnold Schwarzenegger there, and it's a really simple thing. Be useful. Do something. Doesn't have to be amazing. You might just work in a factory, but at least you're working, at least you're achieving something, at least you've got structure. Doesn't have to be the army. If you go to the army, great, but you don't have to. But do something, be useful. Don't just be on the dole and sit there and waste away. Life's, no, it's not good. A-Train saying, yes, it's from the boys, yes. And A-Train, it's a great program. It really is a good series. It's amazing. The question is it going to be the last season coming up soon? Katie's saying, I'm not answering questions about me. You don't have to, Katie. That's your choice. That's your autonomy, isn't it? You don't need to do that. Jackie, how are you? Sandra is asking. Oh God, what a name. Big molester. That's awful. I only see boys in the locker room. Well, you might be on the wrong... Big molester, you're in the wrong place, mate. You're in the wrong place. Maybe go somewhere else. That's your choice, though. If you like that type of thing, that's on you. That's your life. Anyway, Greg saying, I built son a tiny house and teaching him to look after himself. His sister stays there too. They wash their clothes, cook meals, and maintain the vegetable garden. The basics and survival, maybe mainly. That's really, really positive, Greg. Respect to you. I'm going to share that. I really like that. It's really good, man. That's amazing. It really is. It's inspiring, man. It's giving them some independence, isn't it? And it doesn't matter what level you're at. Success is different for everybody as well, Greg, in my opinion. Like, just being a bit more independent, doing the best you can within your capabilities, let's say. Everyone's got different capabilities. Everyone's got different strengths and weaknesses. And it's just having that little bit of independence, teaching them to look after themselves, basic life skills, that for an autistic person that's non-verbal, basic life skills are the way to go, in my opinion. And it might take time, you might need patience with that, but it's good to work towards those things. That's what we used to teach at the school I was at. I used to work at, and a college I used to work at as well. I don't do that now, Greg. I work in a hospital now. I don't do that type of work anymore. I did it for about 10 years, though, Greg. I worked with autistic people for about 10 years. But now I don't. I work in theatres now. I work in operational theatres. I help surgeons with the instruments, like knee replacements, hip replacements, shoulder replacements. The list goes on and on and on with different types of procedures. Anyway, Gavin says hello. Hi, Gavin. How are you? My name's Brad. Good of you to join us. Hope you're okay. Katie saying the raccoon with the big ass would go in the neighbour's garden. Right? Okay, Katie. Sander, if you can, I just want to read the comments. Crazy Dutch saying, are you Jackie Chan, his little sister? Crazy Dutch. Hello. No, I'm not. Thunder Pigeon, a pile of meat opinions slid down the staircase, made of cough syrup and landing fees. Every step whispered almost, and then sneezed directly into memories of bathrooms you've never been in. Okay. Katie Williams saying, what the hell is a subhuman? What's a subhuman? Good question. I don't know. Thunder Pigeon's just, I'm just ignoring that. Sander, please can you not delete the messages, please? I don't want you to do that. Please don't do that. Thank you. I appreciate what you're doing. I just need to go through the comments the best I can, and then I'll decide myself. Thanks. Gavin saying, you look like The Rock. Compound it, King. Thanks, Gavin. I've got the same bald head as The Rock. But thanks, Gavin. I'll take it. Mikey saying, Crazy Dutch, you Wally. Go find another channel. I think it's just thingy. Katie, hi Katie. I'm going to read your comment. Baldy over there. What's it like to have no hair? Is it hot or is it cold? I don't know because I'm not bald. Is that the best you've got, Katie? Yeah, bald. I'm good with it. I love myself, Katie. Do you love yourself, Katie? Do you like yourself? Do you like yourself? Is the question. YouTube chat service official. Hello, we are contact. Right, that's a good one. YT chat. Hello, we are contacting you regarding community guideline breaches. Never underestimate the power of suggestion, guys. You have 20 minutes to reply with your justification. Type 1's finding out more. Thanks. Wow, that's a real... never underestimate the power of suggestion. That's spam, isn't it? Thunder Pigeon is just talking whatever he's talking. I'm not going down that road. YT is saying, carrying on. Katie Williams saying, positivity live. Yes, I'm trying to be positive, Katie. I'm trying to be kind. You know, trying to be a good person. Katie says hi. Sorry. Alejandro, I'm sorry if I'm saying your name wrong, Alejandro. I'm really sorry if I pronounce it wrong. Good morning to you. How are you? Are you okay? My name's Brad, by the way. Katie saying I'm from Wales in England. Or have you lived in England as well then, Katie? A-Train saying the YouTube chat service is fake, by the way. Yeah, thanks, A-Train. I know it's fake. I know it's just trying to spam, isn't it? Trying to confuse. It's a bit, it's a poor effort. It's a poor effort, A-Train, isn't it? Katie saying, you work at Mackey's. Please work at McDonald's, okay? I don't think that's such a bad job for young people, you know. I think there's a lot of, it says a lot about you if you can work at McDonald's as a young person. It says a lot about them. A lot of them are going to university and college and they work hard and they've got the work ethic. And I respect that. I have a lot of respect for anyone that does anything. It doesn't matter what is it. Katie saying, I don't care what you tell me. Well, you don't need to care, do you, Katie? That's your life. That's your choice. Cotton picker. Cotton picker saying, my goal is to be more toxic than last year. Wish me luck. Okay. Whatever floats your boat. Cotton picker. God. Monkey crab. He's saying hello. Hi, monkey crab. How are you? I hope you're okay. James Denny saying hi. Hi, James. How are you? My name's Brad. Katie Williamson saying, Greg, do you like Greg's? Greg's is okay. It's not the best, though. I'm going to be back in 1 minute, guys. I have to go. 1 minute. I'll be back in a minute. Sorry about that, guys. I'm back. Sorry about that. Needs to go. So, Monkey Crab saying, how are we? I'm good, thanks, Monkey Crab. How are you? Tristan. Hi, Tristan. Who would you say are the 3 most known people in the world of all time? Right. Interesting question, Tristan. Let me think, Tristan. That's a good question. That's thought-provoking. Well, it is for me. So, 3 most people known in the world. One would be Jesus, wouldn't it? Jesus. Who else? Who else would be 3 more? 2 more I need, don't I? I'm trying to think, Tristan. I can't think. Depends. Is it current time or in whole of humanity? Is it throughout the history of humanity? But I'd say Jesus would be one of them, at the very least. James, has anyone else can answer that question? Go for it. James is saying, the United States president is the greatest president we have ever elected. Thank you for the job, Mr. President. He will make America and the world great again. James Dennett, I hope that happens. It might be a necessary, let's say, force that's needed in the world. as imperfect as that person's going to be, I'm referring to Trump, of course, and I think he's done some needed things, let's say that. But I don't know a lot of things either, James, of course. I hope that you're right, James. Barry said, because it makes it makes life a little bit better for people. Barry's saying the Lord gives unto those who put in the work. Consistency is key. Absolutely, Barry. And keeping faith and following Jesus' steps will keep us on the right path. God bless the stream and chat. Love you all. Thank you, Barry. That's really positive. Consistency is key, man. It really, really, really is. You keep turning up even when no one's watching. You bang on. Greg is saying, is Greg's a shop or a restaurant? Greg, oh, good question. It's a quote unquote bakery, isn't it, Greg? It's in England. They do sausage rolls and coffees and pastries and sandwiches, basically. Zolu, Baldman, Skip. All right then. Goodbye. Rikey saying, listen, I would love to stay and listen to all this all day. You're a real guy. No drama, no hate, just pure positive vibes. Thank you. Questioning the world. I promise I'd take my little one to get some crafting materials. Rikey, good on you. Thanks for being with me today. Thanks for sharing your wisdom and your comments. Enjoy the rest of your day. Yeah, no drama. That's what I'm about. No hate, just try to be positive as I can. I do. Thanks, Rikey. I appreciate you. Thank you. Tristan said, considering all the influence of the internet on humanity, would we be better off without it? You asked some very good questions, Tristan. Would we be better off without it? It's the age of information, isn't it, Tristan, that we're in? It's a very thought-provoking question. I think yes and no would be that, Tristan. It depends how you use the internet, doesn't it? How you use the information. If you use it in a positive way and work on yourself, like I found that the internet's given me lots of information. It's helped me to get where I am in life in a lot of ways because I've used it in a positive way, about just discovering about psychology and listening to other people's stories and the information. I've used it in a positive way, Tristan. So it can be positive, but if you use it in a negative way or a lazy way, it can lead you down the dark path. So I think yes, and I think it depends on the person and how. It's not the internet itself, it's how the humans use it is the answer to that, Tristan, from my perspective. Barry's saying you've got a good shaped head, to be proud of that, my friend. Thanks, man. Yeah, that's what I've got. I've not got no hair. It's okay, Barry. Fucking hell, it's one of them. It could be a lot worse, man. Thank you. Barry's saying, take bets. Is he taking a piss or snorting a line? Barry, do you know, on that note, years and years and years ago, I'm 43 now. In my 20s, I'd be doing that. I'd be doing the snorting the line thing years and years ago. I used to do that. I'm not saying that's a good thing. Barry's saying both at the same time. That's multitasking there, Barry. Malcolm Williams is saying, you heard it. Don't know what you mean there, Malcolm. Good of you to join us. Janet. Janet is saying, any Megan 3 Stallion fans? Megan the Stallion fans. I think I'm on the channel. I think I've subscribed to that person who is from Texas. I think, Janet. Forgive me if I'm wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that person is from Texas and they've got their own channel. Barry's saying that sounded like a fat line being chopped up while pissing. Oh dear. Nose rub when he gets back will confirm. I used to, Barry, man. I used to do those types of things a long time ago. It wasn't good for me though. I was in my 20s then. 43 now. Well, Malcolm's asking, Barry, do you work for the NCA? Barry's saying, I am the NCA. Malcolm saying, a load of people that aren't very nice. Let's say that. Tristan saying, known by people now includes historical figures. Jesus is one of my choices. Yeah, absolutely. That's got to be number one, in my opinion, Tristan, which would be one of the 3 known characters in the... Oh, you're giving answers there. Epstein isn't a bad answer. No, it's not. Elon Musk would be a current one. I know one. I've got one. What's he called? Oh, my God. My memory's going here now. What are the cars that Elon Musk makes and that person that it's named after? Tesla. Nikolai Tesla is another one. Albert Einstein. But there's so many others that could be right. Alexander the Great, if you want to go back to history. How did I get that birthmark? Epstein isn't a bad answer, no. How did you get that birthmark? It just formed about maybe 4 years ago. It's a liver spot or an age spot. Malcolm saying Greg's is an institution. It's not the best. It's average at best. Tristan, do you believe that the internet has been a net negative or a net positive for humanity, in other words? I think overall, collectively, Tristan, wow, it's a thought-provoking question. It's a good question, though. Thanks, Tristan, for that good, great, very well thought out question, that. I think it might have made people weaker. And I think overall it could maybe net negative overall. Maybe net negative. And AI, Tristan, if you want to go further down the rabbit hole with that, AI is, let's see where that bloody goes, because that's going to be crazy going forwards. Mind-blowing. Mind-blowing. Is that going to be for the better of humanity going forwards? Maybe not. Maybe not. I suppose all these things are tools. Barry saying, love you, humour. You can take a joke. God bless. Yeah, I can take a joke, mate. I can take a joke. Of course I can. If I couldn't take a joke, I wouldn't be any good on here. I wouldn't be able to keep doing this, Barry. I'd have no chance, man. Yeah. It's a sign of a healthier person. Usually we can take a joke. Don't take myself seriously all the time either, Barry. Life's not always serious. Sometimes it's good to be serious. Sometimes it's good to joke. Jim saying, I'm a boutique warrior. Oh, Jim, that's fine. If you're into that, that's fine. You're probably in the wrong place, Jim. Find somewhere something that's in line with that, Jim. And you can express that somewhere else. If you're a boutique warrior, hey, being honest at least. Fair play to you. Each their own. Tristan saying, I believe it's a net negative. I can see where you're coming from. Face-to-face interactions have decayed too far. Everyone's isolated, aren't they? Everyone's, the family units have been spread out, let's say. Everyone's just think on their own. Divide and conquer kind of thing, Tristan, kind of thinking. Face-to-face interactions have decayed, of course, because everyone's stuck to the phones on the internet. Social skills could have been less developed overall collectively throughout society, let's say, because of the internet, let's say. Yeah. There's pros and cons to everything. There's a cost for everything, Tristan, isn't there? There's pros and cons to everything. I'm going through the comments today, guys. I'm basically talking about I've even spelled keeping going wrong, haven't I? Inland growth. So I'm just reading the comments, guys, today. That's what I'm doing. That's what I'm doing. One moment, guys. I'm just typing something in a sec. It's not letting me do that. That's fine. I'm just reading all the comments today, guys. That's what I'm doing. So the conversation will flow, of course. Abuyan, your WSG. Abuto K, why did you block me on Grindr? God, you're in the wrong place, Abuto. Go for it. Go down that road. Abiyan, what's up, bro? Hi, Abiyan. How are you? My name's Brad. Hope you're okay. Ali Buto is sending some love there, whatever that is. And Tristan is saying, Textile, we're talking about whether the internet is a net negative or positive to humanity. It's a very, you sound like you've got, Tristan, you sound very intelligent, by the way. Textile. Does listening, liking a musician's music indirectly endorse their opinions? Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't, Tristan. Depends, doesn't it? Sometimes you might just like someone's music, but you don't agree with them as a person. It depends on the situation, doesn't it? Sugar in the tank, you can do it, guys. Tech Telly, if you don't mind me asking, what company is your phone from? I am doing an experiment to what company people prefer, as this can see my name. Samsung. Tristan saying I'm an idiot. I just like knowing other people's opinions. I might make a video with all the answers everyone has given. I ask all the YouTube streamers and chat that I can. I don't think you're an idiot, by the way, Tristan. And what's that saying? Seneca, Stoicism, I'm talking about now. And he says it differently than I just say it. The mark of an intelligent person is not, the sign of an intelligent person is they're aware that they don't know everything. Is they're aware they don't know everything. That's a sign that they're intelligent. And it's also humble as well. So do you have your own channel, Tristan, is the question. I'm assuming by what you said. Go for it. If you want to make a video about anything, you can create something. Quehe, you kind of look like Baldy. Well, yeah, I'm bald, man. Of course. And Tech Tally saying on what series? As in A or an S, it's an A3. It's an A3 that I've currently got. I used to have an A5 at one point. I know there's better phones out there, but that's the phone I've got and it works for me. Tech Tally. Tristan saying, I drive a BMW. Surely that is enough to class me as stupid. Yeah, the stereotype of a BMW driver would be, this is stereotyping though, it's the rear wheel drive, aren't they? So it means that they're quick. Rear wheel drive cars are faster accelerating, but they're not very good in snow, Tristan, are they? The worst cars to drive in snow would be a rear wheel drive car. And a lot of BMWs are that, I believe. Tristan saying, I've got no real channel at the minute. I posted a video nearly 10 years ago promoting a none of the above option on general elections ballots in the UK. Surprisingly poor reaction to that. Tristan as well, if you're going to do your own channel, mate, honest to God, when you first start out, no one's going to watch, but you've got to keep doing it and be consistent. Enjoy the process. That's what's kept me going for so long. Yeah, that's what's kept me going for so long, by the way. If you want to do that, don't expect instant success, though, Tristan. I'm sure you might be aware of that. It doesn't work like that, but it doesn't for me anyway. Face-to-face Dorcas, man, can I book your head? We have a football match tomorrow. Thanks, mate. My name's Brad, by the way. Nice to meet you. You're right about BMW. Problem is, I bloody love the thing. Well, yeah, they're good cars, Tristan. They're good cars. They're nice cars. The quality, aren't they? Of course. If you love it, then good for you, mate. That's great. Good for you. I'm going to carry on with my content a little bit here. You put time, right. So the honest part is, with regards to making YouTube content, you're going to put the time in. I put the time in. I create ideas. I create thumbnails, descriptions. I've got notes here. I put time and energy into things, believe it or not, even though this is more of a chilled one today compared to what I've done in the past. You're putting the top thoughts in, you're putting your energy into it. And the numbers don't always reflect that. And that's as in life. You really try hard at something, you put everything in, and you don't always get instant success with things. You're thinking, fucking hell, I've just spent hours on that and I've got next to no return for it. Especially if you look at monetization within YouTube. I've been going for a year. I turn up every week, several times a week. I work full time as well. This is not always me. It's just my choice. This is my channel. This is my business. I've not received any money. I'm actually probably down about £1,000. I put about £1,000 into it this year. What I've spent. That's on the ring light, which is focusing the light on me now. Microphone, editing system, Canva. You've heard of Canva for the thumbnails, the subscriptions, etc., etc. The list goes on. You put time and energy into it, and you don't always get instant returns, but you do get. Do you know what you get? You get connections, you get growth, you get different types of lessons. You learn. You're paying to learn, basically. If you're going to do YouTube, you're paying to learn, and you've got to keep turning up. Anyway, the real Marquis is back. Welcome back, the real Marquis. Hope you're okay. Tech Tally says, and the second question: do you have a dream phone? If so, which one? A dream phone. Yes, actually I do. Tech Tally, and forgive me, you might be able to help me, Tech Tally, a bit. I want one of those Samsungs that fold in on each other. Do you know, I don't know the name of it. They're about £1,000, I think. I could be wrong. But it's a Samsung and it folds in on itself. I'd want one of those. Tristan saying, good on taking. I got a Galaxy Fold. That's it. Thanks, Tristan. Galaxy Fold. Thank you. So I can write notes with a stylus. Really good practice for anyone who's doing anything really. Thanks, Tristan. It's called a Galaxy Fold. That's the one. Tristan saying smokes. That sounds like a lot of work for a YouTube video. I might try it and upload the answers I have got so far on all my questions. ChatGPT really helps. Obviously, it's AI. That can help with you regards to creation. It really, really can. It's a tool. I use it as a tool to help me with my ideas, etc. But a lot of what I speak out is genuinely me, of course, at the same time. Betty says hi. Hi, Betty. How are you? Tech Tally says, Samsung Z Flip. Thank you, Tech Tally. I didn't know the name. Z Flip would be one that I'd like, of course. I'm not, to be honest, Tech Tally, though, I'm not like a phone expert. I'm really not. Really, really not, as you can tell. But yeah. Anyway, Tristan says saying Galaxy Fold Flip. Get them for about £400 on back market. Includes 12-month warranty. I highly suggest. That's not too bad, is it? That's not too bad at all. I'll have a look at that. Thanks, Tristan. Tech Tally saying the newest one is about £1,800. Wow, is it? That's a lot. That's a lot, Tech Tally. I don't think I'd be prepared to spend that on a phone. I just wouldn't. No, I'm not going to that. Personally, I think it's too much. So I'll carry on the best I can. It can mess with your head being on here. You're not always getting the instant results. You're not always getting loads of views. You're not always getting loads of subscribers. You're putting loads of time and energy into it. It can really mess with your head. Of course it can. Of course it can. But you've got to think why. So anyway, you've got to think, why am I doing this? Why am I doing this? And I'm trying to help people. And I've helped a couple of people. I believe that I've helped a couple of people at the very least. And that's a good thing. And that's a win. And I've also connected with a lot of people that I appreciate. And there's a lot of people that come back on here, which is a great thing. It's a compliment as well, a massive compliment. And I appreciate them all. I appreciate everyone that comes on here. So anyway, and I enjoy doing this. This is just, I can just be myself on here, which is great. That keeps me going too. Anyway. Tech Tally says, depends on what you mean. Yankee Do says, the NPC war, non-player character war, is on December 28, 2029. All the players will fight, every player in Roblox, Minecraft, and Fortnite, etc. Okay, what does that mean, Yankee? That's a long time away. Well, a few years off. Tech Tally is saying one that folds to a tablet or folds to half the phone. Okay, thanks, Tech Tally. You seem to know a lot about those types of things. Tristan's saying flip is the one that's like a square that flips into a normal phone. Yep, I know which one you mean. Fold is the normal phone that flips into a tiny tablet. And Tristan's always saying you should consider back market for any hand tech bits. Right, thanks for that. And Tristan's saying, you're helping me now. Thanks for the advice on YouTube. I'll be doing it for just personal intrigue. That's a good way to do it. Don't expect instant results, Tristan. When you first start, honest to God, it took me until I was edited videos to begin with. Then I started doing lives. I found the lives to be feel the best for me personally, but everyone's different. There's no one way size fits all with regards to creating content. But when you first start, no one's watching. Oh, they fuck. No one knows you exist. And what I found, Tristan, is that some people do. They tell all the friends that you're making a YouTube channel, and all the friends join. And you might get a few hundred people on there if you're lucky, let's say. Or you might get 1,000. However, it's bad for the algorithm in the long run. And why is it bad? You're thinking, why shouldn't I tell my friends? That's going to be really good. It's going to help me have loads of... Early on, you're going to get loads of subscribers early on. If you tell your friends, if you know a lot of people, you're going to have more subscribers. However, it can fuck your algorithm up in the long run because a lot of these people, they're only joining because they know you, but they're not going to watch your content because they might not be interested in your content. You want people that are genuinely interested in your content. So I think telling your friends is a bad idea, in my opinion. And also another one is it takes the pressure off. If you don't tell anyone about it, no one knows you're there. No one knows you're there, that you know within your demographics of where you live. And people can also, some people can put doubts in your head potentially saying, oh, don't do this, don't do that. They can judge you, put you down potentially because their perspective is based on their own limitations, not on your limitations. So I think just quietly do it on your own. A lot of people don't know. I think I've got one person that I know that knows that I do this, or two, but I don't tell anyone at work. I don't tell any of my family or friends, let's say. No one really knows that I do it. It takes the pressure off. That's my way of doing it anyway. And with regards to doing lives, you can't do if you're a YouTube creator, you're just starting, you've got no subscribers, or you've got 5 subscribers, or whatever it is. You can't do a live from your phone until you get to 50 subscribers. It took me till June to achieve 50 subscribers. It took me a long time to get to 50, and then it starts to increase a little bit. Not that I'm the expert as being a YouTuber. I've only done it for a year. There's a lot I don't know as well. Anyway, I'll carry on. That's my little bit on that. Tech Tally says, yes, hence the name. That I know a lot. Yeah. Have you got your own channel, Tech Tally? Tristan saying, you have been a good guy. You earned a like and subscribe for your engagement. Thank you, Tristan. I appreciate that. Have a great new year, matey. Have a good new year to you as well, Tristan. Thanks for being on here. Thanks for commenting. Thank you for your thought-provoking questions as well. They were good. Thank you. Tech Tally saying, across all my videos, I've got about 40,000. What, 40,000 views or 40,000 subscribers, Tech Tally? How long have you been doing it for as well is the question. Excuse me. I'm not well today. I'm sorry. Tristan saying, great point about the algorithm. I'll take that advice. Thank you very much. Yeah, one last thing, Tristan. Another one is what you can do. There's a YouTube whatever program, and I could, if I wanted, I could pay for some of my videos to be promoted by YouTube. 1, you're paying for it. 2, it's going to show your video to more people. You think that's a good thing, don't you? Maybe it is, but you're paying for this, and you're going to get more subscribers for it. Again, you think that's a win, but it's not in the long term, because what's going to happen is YouTube, you're paying whatever you want to pay. You can pay a lot of money or a little bit of money for YouTube to promote your videos, to promote your channel, to send it out to more people. But a lot of these people, they might subscribe, but they're not true subscribers. They're just, again, it's that logic of short-term gain, long-term pain. It can mess your algorithm up as well. But that's my perspective. Anyway, I'll shut up about it now, but that's that. So Tech Tally 14. Tech Tally, I'm going to subscribe to you, mate. I'm going to write your name down before I forget. I'm not doing it right now, but I'll do it after this live. You started last February. How have you found it? How often do you post? No worries, Tech Tally. So what are your videos about? Are they about phones, etc.? About obviously tech, is it hardware that you talk about, software, or a variety of things is the question. So have you ever stuck with something even when progress is slow? I can't really use that today. It is what it is. So Tech Tally, you talk about phones, tablets, and laptops. That could be potentially beneficial because those kind of products are worth money. Of course they are. There's marketing involved in that, isn't there? I'm sure you know that. That could be. How many subscribers do you have, by the way, Tech Tally? If you don't mind me asking. And how's it been going? How's it going with it? Do you use Canva? Sorry if I'm a bit slower today, guys. I'm not at my best today. I'm not 100% well. I'm doing my best, though. Tech Tally saying my upload schedule is criminal, by the way. Why? In what way? Are you not consistent? You've only got 30. What subscribers? Right. Consistency is key, Tech, as I'm sure you're aware. If you've got a busy life, though, it's difficult, isn't it? Well, you're going to have 31. I'm going to give you a subscribe. I'm going to subscribe to you, Tech Tally. Keep going. Only if you want to, of course. Sir Wellington is saying something random there. Seaman, really? How are you, sir? Sir Wellington, how are you doing? My name's Brad, by the way. Sanders saying, I'll subscribe to Tech. Oh, that's good. Give Tech Tally subscribe, guys. Anyone that's watching, give Tech Tally 14 a subscribe. It's probably because a faceless channel then. Okay, I get it. It's probably because I don't use my voice or face. Yeah, that can go against you. And Tech Tally, another one. Like, I think I've said this already today. Like, life's not fair. It really isn't. It's just the way it goes, though. It's the game. But like I've said before, I put time and energy into my videos. I do the best I can. I'm not perfect, but I turn up the best I can as authentically as I can, Tech Tally. Obviously, I use my face, but everyone's got their own way of doing it, as you know. And then I think to myself, I try to use my intellect as best I can to provide something that's useful, hopefully. And then you've got a woman who's a middle-aged woman, let's say, doing a live, led there, not super attractive, not ugly, but not average-looking 50-year-old woman at best, average. That's it. Led there with her eyes closed, doing fuck all, Tech, doing fuck all. Led there, sleeping. 500 people watching her. Not her fault. She's winning. But then you think to myself, oh my God, I'm putting all this effort and energy into something, and it's just how the YouTube algorithm works. It just doesn't feel fair. Doesn't feel fair. But that's how it goes. If you're a woman on here and you don't even need to be attractive, you just sit here and say nothing, you'll get loads of people commenting on your videos. That's how it is. If you're a guy, it's a lot harder. And I think it's a lot more challenging if it's faceless as well, Tech Tally, but it's still possible. Still possible. It's just keep going. Just keep going. It's not easy. It's hard when you're at that low number as well. I know. I still feel it now. I've got 261, but it's still not easy, mate. Still not easy. I completely get it. Sander said, sorry, guys, I'm busy today. Don't worry, Sander. You do you. Do what you need to do. You don't have to apologise at all. So, have you ever stuck with something even when progress felt slow? Yo, yeah. I'm doing it right now. I'm doing it right now. Tech Tally says, I also promise a recommendation for each tech upgrades in like a day based on your preferences. Thanks, Tech Tally. You're providing something that's useful to people, which is a good thing. And I think if your channel, even when your channel does grow, well, when your channel, let's say when your channel grows, it's good for when it becomes monetized, let's say. It's going to take time and consistency and repetition. But companies would be, it's profitable. Phones, people are always buying phones. People are always buying laptops and computers. There's a lot of money in there. So there's a lot of good chance that you'll get not sponsorships, but you'll have collaborations with companies potentially going forwards, Tech Tally. Yeah, go for it, Tech Tally. Go for that. Go for it. Yes, do that. I need to check out your channel. I've not checked it out, but I will do later on. Hugo says hello. Hello, Hugo. How are you? Hope you're okay. So, yeah, I still keep going with things even though when they're slow. Even this is slow. It's okay. You got to keep going. You've got to keep going. I can't really do anything else there, but it's all good. What kept me going? What keeps me going? It's just that I enjoy doing this. I enjoy speaking. I enjoy. I work on myself in real time as well, and I enjoy like interacting with people who are deep thinkers. I like deep thinking people that look at things from a different perspective, and it helps me to work on myself at the same time. And I love being able to just speak here and communicate my thoughts and my feelings. I think it's really good. It helps me to reflect on life as I go through things. So yeah, that's what keeps me going doing this, even though I don't get paid for it. It's all good. Get paid for it in different ways. It has value to me personally. And I've met some really amazing people on here as well. Reggie the Monkey says, good boy. Hi, Reggie. How are you? Hope you're okay. Nice to meet you. My name's Brad, by the way. What nearly made you quit? Sometimes you feel like quitting things. Sometimes you do. You just don't see the point because you put loads of time and energy into something like doing this and no one watches, no one comments. That's what happens. You don't feel like you're getting anywhere. You think, bloody hell, I've been doing this for a year and I'm still not monetized. And that I can understand why people get frustrated with fucking things that they're working on. It doesn't have to be YouTube. It could be anything. But if it was easy, every fucker would be doing it. And they're not. And if it was easy, guess what? A lot of people quit. Most people don't last at this. They don't stand the test of time. Don't quit. Whatever it is you're fucking doing, just keep going. Even though you feel like you're quitting, don't give up, is what I'm trying to say. Wake Up 207 Main. Chase Those Bald Heads Out of Town by Bob Marley. Go with the bald head thing. Hi, Wake Up 207 Main. How are you? Bob Marley was a great artist, wasn't he? Tech Tally saying, wait, does anyone in chat want a recommendation? So Tech Tally's asking, anyone in chat, do you want a recommendation with regards to phones? About what phones are best, reviews on phones. What's I don't know, what's the best value for money with regards to phones? Tech Tally has a lot of knowledge with regards to that. Check out his channel if you want to learn more about those types of things. Real Marquee, it's bloody 21 minutes past 1 in the morning here in New Zealand, sir. Good night. Get some sleep, Real Marquee. A nice night's sleep. I hope life in New Zealand's good for you. I hope you sleep well and feel rested. Thank you for being with us today, the Real Marquee. And goodbye. Good night, should I say. Because he's in New Zealand, of course. Sanders giving a high five to Tech. Wake Up 207 Main saying greetings from Portland, Portland in USA. Is that near Maine? Forgive me if I'm wrong. Wake Up 207. I could be wrong. Hello USA, Sander says. Wake up, mate. You sound British. Yeah, I am British. English. Near Manchester, 207 Main. The real Marquis says, you too when it's night by you. Yeah, it's afternoon at the moment here. Just early afternoon now, I think, roughly. Probably about, I think it's past 12 at the moment here in the afternoon. Yeah, but thank you, the real Marquis. You've been thanks for being here today. I appreciate you. Thank you. And enjoy your sleep. Wake up, Maine. Say it's 7:23 in the morning here. Yes, in Maine. Oh, it's right, Portland, Maine. Thanks. I'm glad I was right. I thought I might be wrong there. Wake up 207 Maine. How's life in Maine? How's life in the USA at the moment? Question for you, actually. If you don't have to answer this. Wake up 207 Maine. Is USA better with Trump or worse with that? Worse with him from your perspective? Tech Tally says, I'm going to touch some grass. Okay. I don't know what you mean by that. The AT symbol says, nice hair. Thanks, man. Do you like it? I'm growing it. Just the AT symbol, yeah. The Wake Up Maine 207. Wake Up 207 Maine. I subscribed and liked. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Thank you. Wake Up 207 Maine. That's great. Thanks. I'm just going to ping your message there. Thank you. It's damn cold. What's the temperature there? It's cold. It depends on the levels. It's like literally freezing here. It's like -7 here. Or felt like -7 here in England. Thank you for subscribing, Wake Up 207. It's damn cold, God. Hi to Megan. Hello, Megan. My name's Brad. How are you? Hope you're okay. Wake Up 207 Maine. I love Trump. Can't complain. Good. I'm glad. I hope he does some good in the world. I'm not saying I know everything, Wake Up 207 Maine. I really don't know everything about that. But I do know that type of person, Trump, let's say, has a lot of power and a lot of influence, not just in America, but across the world. And what he does can have a massive impact on society. And I hope that it's more good than bad. That's what I want to say. But it's nice to hear that you can't complain. Life's got better. Well, I'm glad to hear that. Megan's asking, do you style your hair? How do I, God, what a question. Do I style my hair? The best way for me to style, I'll answer the question, Megan. Basically, I'm bald. The side, I've like a, if I grew my hair, it'd be like a monk. So that the hair would be at the side, but they'd be bald in the middle. So I'd look worse with hair. I'd have the side bits. So yeah, how do I style it is by having less is more, in my opinion. So I just bick the whole thing on a regular basis. I shave it all off with a shaver, of course. So there you go, Megan. That's how I style my hair, which is not very stylish, but it is what it is. I like myself, though. I love myself. It's all good. Hi, Zuki. I've not seen you for a while. Hope you're okay, Zuki. Good of you too. I'm glad you're here. I'm really glad you're here. I hope you're okay. She's saying, hey, Zuki's saying, hello, Brad. Hope you and Sandra had a nice holiday and are keeping well. Yeah, we're keeping well. A little bit ill at the moment, Zuki. A bit of a cold. I've had it since just before Christmas, so I'm a little bit run down, but I feel okay. The question is, how are you? How's life for you at the moment? How are things going? It's 3 degrees. Wake up. Yeah, that's cold, mate. That's cold. Yeah. I feel you. I literally feel you. I'm in an apartment now, so I'm nice and warm. The heating's on, but it's cold out there. Megan saying I've subbed and liked. Thank you, Megan, so much. I really appreciate that. I'm going to show you a comment. I'm going to pin your message. Thank you. Thank you, Megan. Thank you to anyone that's liked. Thank you to anyone that's subscribed. Thank you to anyone that's watching or commenting. I appreciate you all. Mira. Hi, Mira. Does your mother know? What? Does my mother know what? Ask the, elaborate, Mira. Wake up 207 man saying USA, USA, USA. God bless America. How's life in America, by the way? How's life there? Here's a question in Portland, Maine. I like to ask that question. I really do. It doesn't matter where people are. It's like interesting to know what people's perspectives are in relation to where they live. I think it's interesting. And Wake Up 207 Main saying, I lived in Florence in Italy for a few years. What was that like? Wow, I bet the food's really good. I love the food in Italy. Italian cuisine, the genuine, real Italian food is so good. Mediterranean diet, really healthy as well. Eyebrow hipster. Thought on Ash's Lost series, cricket you on about? To be honest, I don't really follow it. I know cricket's one of the biggest sports in the world, but personally, I don't follow it, Eyebrow, if I'm honest. I barely recognise it. No disrespect, but I just don't watch it. Ali Pyle, do you know Stray Kids? Yeah, I do know Stray Kids. It's like K-pop. Why do people ask that all the time? Is that a trend? Like 67's a trend for whatever reason. The only Zuki, Zuki is saying, yes, it's been a while. Not been feeling too great with a few recent health flares, honestly. I'm sorry to hear that, Zuki. It's kept me from being social as I'd like, hence not been around for a while. You've got to do what's best for you, Zuki. Really have. I'm really sorry that it's flaring up. With regards to your back pain, let's say, you've just got to do the best you can each day and do what's best for you, Zuki. It's not always easy, let's say that, to say the least. Zuki saying, but I've spent time recently trying to channel the belief for 2026 being the year of healing for me. If you want to go down that road, Zuki, with regards to your healing process, well, if you believe in Chinese numerology last year was a number 9 year. And what's the number 9 year? Numerology goes from 1 to 9 each year, 1, 2, 3, 4, obviously. And then it goes in cycles. Last year was a 9 year in numerology, meaning the year of endings. So it's shedding the skin of what you no longer need. This year, should I say, 2026, is a number 1 in numerology, which is a new beginnings thingy. On top of that, if you believe in these things or not, but they can act like a vague guide. Last year was the year of this wood snake, wasn't it, in Chinese astrology, which begins in the middle of February-ish. And the snake year, what does the snakes do? They shed their skin. So 2025 was a shedding of the skin, getting rid of what's old, a year of endings, number 9 numerology. Next year is this 2026 from February 17th, I think it is the year of the fire horse. What's the horse? It's about new beginnings. It's about doing. It's about achieving. So this year, 2026, is about new beginnings, in my opinion. I think it's a bit of hope and a bit of inspiration. So, Zuki, I really, really do hope and pray that that's the healing for you and moving forwards for you. Anyway, I'll move on. Megan saying, I love your hair. Thanks, Megan. I've got the right shaped head for what I have. It's good. It's good. Wake up 207 Main. Life is beautiful if you work. Yeah, it is. I think it's good to work, to do something, to achieve things. Just doing a job, working on yourself, working out, working on your knowledge, reading, whatever it is, you're working on something. You're working towards something. I absolutely agree. Wake up 207 Main. Life is beautiful. Make the best of it. Megan saying your ponytail is beautiful. I don't have a ponytail. I wish I had a ponytail. Ali Pyle is saying, I lived in Turkey for 6 years. Did you? What was that like? How was life in Turkey? Whereabouts in Turkey? That runner dad. Hi, that runner dad. My name's Brad. Nice to meet you. Hi back to you. I hope that you're okay. Mira saying, shave your eyebrows and balls. Wow, if I shaved my eyebrows, I'd look strange. I'd look like I'd look I look weird without my eyebrows. And my bits, let's say. I'm going to carry on. I'll go with the joke with that. Megan saying, Mira, what the F? Yeah, I get you, Megan. I get you. I get what you're saying. Sandra's saying it's snowing. Oh my God, it's snowing. Is it? I'm looking outside, seeing it's snowing where I am, of course, as well. Wake up 207 main saying numbers 3, 6, 9, 11. What does that mean? What do you mean by that? 207 main, if you don't mind me asking. David, hi David. I think you've been on here before, haven't you, David? Thank God to have you back with us again. I hope you're okay, David. Venezuela not proud though. Yeah, that's in the news recently, isn't it? I only briefly look at the news. I don't watch the news a lot, if I'm honest, because I think a lot of it's a bit negative, isn't it? I know there's been some military action in Venezuela. It's not great. Elaborate a bit more if you can. Suzuki saying, nice, Sander. We had a fair bit yesterday, but it's all cleared by the mid-afternoon. Sander saying, snow. Suzuki saying, thanks, Brad. Love and respect. Absolutely. Yeah, I think it's a year of new beginnings this year. And I know it's a cliche thing to say, oh, new year, new... I'm not on about new year, new me. Fucking not on about that. I'm on about with regards to numerology and Chinese astrology. I believe there's some truths linked to those things. Last year was about refining. Last year, like 2025, refining, letting go of what you don't need anymore. And then that allows you to begin those new things. I like to think of those type of things. It gives you a bit of hope, bit of guidance. It's not the answers to everything, I know. But so anyway, Sandra's saying, I love snow. I love the look of snow. It looks fucking outstanding. It looks amazing, but it's a pain in the ass when you're driving. It's treacherous. It's dangerous. People fall over. Be careful in the snow, of course. But it looks really good. It looks amazing. Sandra's asking Zuki, how are you? Happy New Year. Wake up, 207 Cobbs. You do carpentry, do you? Wow. Must be very skilled then. And do that as a job, I suppose. Do you have your own business, Wake Up 207 Main? Do you have your own business or do you work for a company? And how long have you been doing it for, if you don't mind me asking? The only Suki saying, been better, Sander, but cracking on best I can. Hope you are well. I bet you, sometimes I think winter can, the cold can make you feel like it can highlight pain a little bit more sometimes as well. Zuki saying Happy New Year too. Happy New Year to everyone. Yes, thank you. Mega saying you should be Baldy from the horror game for next Halloween. It's all good. What I found, Megan, is when I shaved my head, I wasn't bothered anymore. The problem was gone. I had more of a problem when I had hair. Honestly, it was a pain in the ass. It didn't look good. I was trying to make the best of it when it was there. When I got rid of it, it's like the problem's gone. It doesn't even bother me anymore. It's all good. Sandra's saying it stopped, Zuki. LOL. I hope it starts again. Right, we'll see. Wake up, man. He said, have you tried Labrador? No, what is that? Please tell me what that is. I don't know what. I can't even say it. Labrador. I don't know what that is. Never heard of that word, ever. Please elaborate. Why is the US bombing Venezuela? I think it's with regards to oil. Usually the case. For energy, for resources, Sander. But I don't know the full story. There might be other, there's probably more to it than what I know, but I do know there's oil in there. Resources. Usually the case, isn't it? Anyway, Yorick. Hi, Yorick. You've changed your name a little bit there. Yorick. Good. Hello, good morning all. Hope you guys are doing good. Thanks, Yorick. How are you? How's life? How was your Christmas? Just reminded me, Yorick, I've stopped. I was doing that carnivore diet I did it for 30 days. I was only eating animal-based products. I've lost fat. I've lost weight. But I'll be honest, I got to a point where I thought, do you know what? Shall I carry on or not? And I'm going to carry it on part-time, but I'm not going to do it all the time. I miss carbs. I miss eating these other foods. I want to do, some days I'm going to eat carnivore only meals. Some days I'm going to eat pastas and things like that. I'm going to have less carbs altogether. But I'm not going to continue down that road. Yorick, by the way, and others, if you want to know or not. So yeah, I found the carnivore diet it was doable, but sometimes I'd be eating it, and steak is amazing. It tastes great, but if you're having steak all the time and mincemeat, and it was a bit bland. I'm thinking, I miss chips, I miss potatoes, I miss rice. I miss pasta, and these are basic things, and I like them. I think it's just balance and vegetables and fruits and honey. I like those things. So I'm going to do a mixture of the both. That's just what works for me personally. Everyone's got their own opinion on diet. That's your own fucking choice. There's pros and cons to everything, but that's what I'm going to go with. Anyway, I'll carry on. Yorick saying, hello, good morning all. Hope you guys are doing good. Yeah, a bit ill, Yorick. I'm a little bit ill, but I'm okay. Hope you're all right. Tech Telly says, I'm back. Welcome back. Yorick saying, please like and subscribe. Thanks, Yorick, man. Thank you. Appreciate that. Mira, he's saying, does your mother know you're gay? No, don't be silly. There's nothing wrong with Mira. There's nothing wrong with being gay at all. There's nothing wrong with it. I'm not personally. It's not for me. It's just not for me, man. The question is, are you that way inclined? Because usually when people ask other people that question, it's usually projection. It's usually projection. And it's okay to be that way. There's nothing wrong with it. But for me personally, it's just not for me. Anyway, Santa's saying, Yorick, you've changed your name. Yes, he has. Anyone who wants to check out Yorick's channel, please do. He's got some interesting content on there. He has a pet rabbit called Einstein. He does content with that on. He does gaming content. And he does content walking around London, checking out the museums, and amongst other things. So please check out Yorick's channel if you want to. It's worth having a look. Anyway, I'll move on. Sandra saying, Mira, does your mother know that you're really stupid? It's all silly. Megan saying, sorry if I'm being rude and annoying. Megan, I don't find you rude and I don't find you annoying. Don't worry. It's okay. Don't worry. You're all right. Zuki saying, LOL, Sander. Yorick's saying, yes, made it more catchy. Thought Yorick Brown sounded bland and boring. This one is more edgy. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I get what you're saying. You still see your name though in there as well, which is good. Yorick's the main. You don't need the brown bit, do you, really, Yorick? Just Yorick with the numbers on. That's fine. That works. Yorick, yeah. I get why you changed it. Yeah. I hope it works out for you. I hope it gives you more views, etc. Anyway, wake up, man. Saying, my favourite snack in Italy is a sandwich street food. Ooh, interesting. What is it? Wake up 207 man saying, it's cow intestine. Sounds gross, but it's some good shit. Right? Elaborate, please, because I'm not familiar with that. Wake up 207 man saying, I speak 5 different languages. You. Wow. Wow. Wake up 207 man. I'm impressed. I personally am limited. My linguistic skills are limited as hell. I speak English. I speak a little bit of Croatian, but it's very, very limited. And that's it. And I know a few words in other languages, but I can't speak fluently. I can speak English. Wake up 207 man. Question is, what languages can you speak? I'm assuming, obviously, English. Obviously. I'm assuming Italian. And what are the other 3? That shows a lot of intelligence, by the way. 207 man. Yo, it's Yorick. Yorick. Okay, Yorick. Okay, I like it. Yorick. So you can say exactly, Brad, unless you're planning to date that someone, there's no reason to ask their sexuality. No, it's a very rude question to ask somebody. It's like, are you married? Have you got kids yet? Are you this? Are you that? It's really fucking rude, Zuki, to ask somebody that and assume that someone I've had it asked me in real life a few times. I have. It's really fucking rude. It's really, really, really rude. Absolutely, Zuki. It's a very rude question. It's not a nice thing to. A lot of time it's projection. A lot of times it's mindless, unconscious question as well. Are you married? Have you got a partner? And it's like, why have you not got kids? Like, have you got kids? Why not? Fuck off. Basically, Zuki. Fuck off. And you're right. There's no reason to ask someone. It's just a really rude question. It's almost like, how much money do you earn? Really rude. Very uncultured, very unconscious thing to say to somebody. People are like that though, especially on this kind of format. You're hiding behind a computer sometimes, okay, and people are just rude because it's easy to be that. It's sad. Wake up 207 main saying, have a great one. I'm out. No worries. Wake up 207 main. Thank you for sharing. Thanks for being on here. I hope you have a great day. And thank you for subscribing. Thank you for liking. Thank you for just commenting and watching for a while. I appreciate you. So you're Rick saying, so you've done carnivore for a month. Yeah, I did 30 days. I did well. I thought I'd give it 30 days. I was at one point, it was Yorick. Yorick, sorry. Yorick. I was, at one point I was thinking I'm going to carry on. And then I thought, no, I don't want to. I just don't fucking want to. I'm going to do some days I'm going to eat carnivore. Let's say I have 2 meals a day. One meal might be carnivore only with some vegetables. And then the next meal I'm going to have with carbs. I'm going to have carbs once a day, ideally. I found that I was exercising. And maybe there's probably a lot of reasons for this, but I was exercising. And the next day I'd be so tired. And I love exercising and I love going all out. And I was just struggling with it. And I know I probably haven't done it for long enough or whatever, but I thought to myself, the diet itself, it's limited. I enjoy what's one of the simple pleasures of life. This is just my opinion. Everyone might not agree, but I love eating. It's fun. It's nice. I was missing out on loads of other foods. So that's that. I've lost quite a bit of weight, fat. That's a win. I'm going to maintain that. I don't want to lose too much weight though. And that's it. So Sander's laughing at Yorick. Yo. Where the hell's Mr. Gold? I have no idea, Sander. Yorick's saying, neither have I. Sander's sending love and respect. Yorick then said, it's gone off. You can spread the God blessing to all of us. He transferred you the blessings and the magic. Lovely. Tectali saying, I'm back. So, I'll move on the best I can. So why you haven't quit? One moment. I can't really put any things on there at the moment. It's okay. The reason I'm still here isn't just discipline. Like the reason I've done this for a year consistently. I've fucking kept going, man. And the growth's been slow. The reason it isn't just discipline. It is discipline to an extent. Of course, if I didn't have discipline, I wouldn't be doing anything. It's not just consistency hacks either. It's connection. It's connections to people that are on here. It's the connection to people that are on here. That's given me that. That's kept me going. Yeah, absolutely. And it's these conversations that I have on here, which I enjoy personally. The calm conversations, the deeper conversations, the real conversations. That's what life's about. Looking at things from different perspectives, listening to other people's opinions. I don't agree with everyone's opinion. People might not always agree with me, which is normal. Can't agree with everything that I say. It's just my perspective. But it's good to be open-minded. It's good to have deep conversations. That's what my channel's about. This is what this is about a lot of the time. They matter more than the views. They matter more than the views. If I wanted just views, if I really just wanted views, I'd be like that toilet seat guy with a poo. Have you seen the guy? I've talked about him before. I'd be doing something stupidly crazy just to get the views. And there's nothing wrong with that. That's their choice. That's the way that they create things. But I don't want to be about that. I want to be about deeper things, meaningful things, things that have meaning, that have thought, that have depth. That's what I'm about. In a nutshell. I'll go to the comments in a moment, guys. I'll read all the comments in a second. I'd rather have 10 people that are actually listening than 1,000 that just are half watching. So is deep thinking important to you? I'll leave that question with you. Is deep thinking important to you? Some people don't do that. They don't like doing that, which is fine. But anyway. So Yorick is saying, do I dare steal Mr. Gold's blessing? Why not give it all to us to share? It's Yorick spreading the gold everywhere. Thank you for the gold. How many carrots are in there? Hope there's a lot of carrots in there, Yorick. Yorick saying that maybe he likes Santa. He comes in Christmas time to spread blessings. Maybe. I wonder how long Mr. Gold can keep going for. He's not here right now. Tubster, hi Tubster. Come out, you black and tans. What's that? What's black and tans? I don't know what that is, Tubster. JC saying $200. Where's the $200? Amber saying hi Amber. Hope you're okay. My name's Brad, by the way, Amber. Hope you're all right. Mud is saying, hello, governor. You want to be a... my accent's terrible. You want to be a royal family member? Question mark. Do you know what, Mud? No, I don't. I don't really like the royal family, if I'm honest. I really don't. So I don't want to be one. Vernon saying old... Hi, Vernon. You've been on here before. How are you? Old England, annoying accents. Is it? Do you find it annoying? Why do you find it annoying? Is it the tone? Yorick saying Vernon, be nice. Yes, be nice. If it's annoying, then don't watch it. Go to another channel. Vernon, I'd suggest. If that's annoying you. So is deep thinking important to you? I think it fucking is, man. I think it is. I think it is. You need it in life. It helps you to figure things out. It helps you to learn about yourself. It helps you to move forwards. It helps you to be... just make smarter decisions in the future. If you're a deep thinker, if you're open-minded, it expands your mind. That's what it's all about. You don't want to be in a prison, in a box. Vernon saying, one place I will not visit is crap England. I can see why, Vernon. There's a lot of it that it's gone downhill, Vernon. England's gone downhill big time. There's some nice places, though. London can be good, even though it's not as good as it used to be. York, Edinburgh, they're really nice places, Vernon. Honestly. However, there's a lot of places that are really crap. Where are you from, Vernon? I can't remember where you're from. Let us know where you're from. So, I'll move on. Making it about us. Some of you show up quietly. You're just watching, which is great. Some comment every time. Some just listen. But all of that counts. All of it counts. USA. You're from USA. Whereabouts in USA? That's a huge country, isn't it, Vernon, as you know? Whereabouts in USA are you from? And do you like it where you are, is the question. Nathan. Hi, Nathan. Welcome back, Nathan. Hope you're all right. Spring blooms until summer falls. Year ends in winter halls. The season's birth begins anew. Brightest day with a hint of dew. I like that. That's great. I'm pinning that. I'm pinning that comment, Nathan. That's very good. It's a bit of poetry kind of thing, isn't it? I'll read it again. Spring blooms till... start again, Brad. Spring blooms until summer falls. Year ends in winter halls. The season's birth begins anew. Bright as day with a hint of dew. Yep. The new beginnings are in spring, really. Very saying USA is the best. Why is USA the best? Whereabouts in USA are you from, Vernon? And what's it like there? Specifically, what city or town are you from? Or area, or whatever you want to call it. And I don't think creators say this enough, though. They don't. They really don't. People who show up early are the ones, are the foundation. Thank you for anyone that shows up. Thank you for anyone that comments. That's what I'm about today. I've not gone too deep today because I'm just not feeling 100%. I've not gone too in depth with specific topics today, with thought-provoking topics, with narcissism, with toxic people. I've not really gone into that today too much, because I'm not at my best, so I'm keeping it light. Tech Tally says because he hasn't been to England. Maybe. Vernon, you need to elaborate. Why is USA the best? Where else have you been in the world? Have you been anywhere else in the world? Have you always been in USA? Have you seen anywhere else? Have you experienced anywhere else? I think to truly know places, you need to go there yourself, don't you? To truly learn, to truly know. To truly educate yourself. Travel can be an education, can't it? Absolutely. You shouldn't always rely on the news to tell you what places are like always. But England has gone downhill, I must admit. It has gone downhill. It really has. Let's be honest. But I think a lot of places have too. They're saying, how's the crisis in Old England? Could you handle the immigrant situation? That's the illegal immigrants. I think it's still functioning, Vernon, for now. I think it's like social engineering. So it's been done by design. That's been allowed by the governments, the powers that be. They're doing it on purpose, in my opinion, to get what they need. Maybe it's to help. Sometimes what governments will do, in my opinion, is they'll create a problem. They'll create the problem. They'll create the legal immigration problem. Therefore, then they'll offer you the fucking solution. But the solution is just so they can control the masses more. Therefore, digital ID. That's my thoughts on that. I don't know what's going to go on after that, Vernon. I really don't. I really don't. It's a sick society. It's not just in England. It's in France. It's in Belgium. It's in Germany. It's not just England, by the way. England's, yeah, bad, don't get me wrong. But it's... and some people that come over here that are from another country are really nice people. I've worked with them. I work with a lot of different nationalities, Vernon. I work in a hospital. I work with Indian people, Muslim people, Polish people, Russian people, fucking hell, Ukrainian people. I work with so many different nationalities. Filipinos. There's so many different people from different nationalities, people from African countries too, Nigeria. The list goes on and on and on and on. And they're all hard. These people that I work with, guess what they all are? A lot of them are intelligent. A lot of them are hardworking. A lot of them are people doing the jobs that the English people don't want to do. A lot of doctors over here are from another nationality, let's say, for right or for wrong, but that's just the way it's gone. So, but they wouldn't be illegal immigrants, would they? Anyway, Phil Clark. Hi, Phil. How are you? Who's getting promoted from the championship this year? Question mark. I don't think it's Blackburn Rovers anyway, Phil, if I'm honest. Good question. Who do you think? Who do you think? I don't know. I don't follow it that much, if I'm honest, Phil, anymore. But who do you think is going to get promoted? Is the question. I'm throwing the question back at you, Phil, because I don't follow it. Fair saying, anyways, I apologise to you for being mean to Old English. No worries. I don't know what Old English is, really, Vernon. It's an old country, isn't it? With a lot of history. England's been ruled by so many different types of people let's say 2,000 years-ish, just over. England's been ruled by the Romans. It's been ruled by the Vikings. It's been ruled by the Normans, which are basically the French, let's say. It's been ruled by lots of different people. It's had a lot of different changes. So, yeah, a lot of history. Nathan said, saying, I am weak. That is true. I am bold as the colour blue. The feel, the full, and yet so empty. How does one feel nothing and plenty? Riddles there, isn't it? Like a riddle struck poetry. I like it, Nathan. I am weak. That is true. I am bold as the colour blue. The feel full, and yet so empty. How does one feel nothing and plenty? It's the contradiction of life, I suppose, kind of thinking there. The ups and the downs. That's how I interpret that. Zuki saying immigration is absolutely essential. Yeah. And don't forget that it's not illegal to seek refuge in other countries as a refugee. A large part of the blame lies with the handling of the process. Zuki, with relation to what you're saying, a lot of the immigration that was occurring in England was done in a measured manner, let's say, and it was helped the country keep going because they need people to do certain jobs, like fruit picking or whatever it is, working in hospitals. God, English people don't even want to fucking do it. They don't want to do it, honestly. That's why they don't do it. So they need people from overseas to fill those roles. So it helps society if it's done in a measured manner. And these people aren't all bad people. Some will be bad people, but some English people are bad people. It's the handling of the process, yeah. I think it depends what you're getting in, doesn't it? If it's just loads and loads all of at once and they're not contributing anything and it's costing money, that's when it's a problem, isn't it? That's when the people can become annoyed with it. A lot of people are working their asses off. The cost of living's gone up. People are struggling. And then they'll see overseas people coming in and getting free this, free that, and that's what gets people annoyed, doesn't it? And it's not the individual's fault. Imagine if you're a person, you're living in a war-torn country, life is absolutely terrible, it's absolutely shit, and they go to England, it's going to be better for you, you can have a better life in England. If it was me personally, and I was living in a shit country, and there was a better country somewhere else, I'd go. If it was that bad where I lived, I'd go to that other country. If I was desperate, I would. There's that side of things as well. But if you have too many of that, you have too many people sorry, I'm not speaking the best here. I'm just giving my perspective. I don't know everything, by the way. But if you have too many people, the whole thing will break. You've got to have a balance. It's got to be handled properly. In relation to what Zuki said very wisely. What time is it for you? Now is, I think it's 1 p.m. Van Hal. Noikai Gibe. I don't know what that means. Please, can you say that in English? I don't understand that question. Van Hal. Hello. Back to you. The only Zuki saying, are the company's businesses employing desperate people overseas via smuggling gangs and putting them in difficult, impossible situations? Yes, sometimes, Zuki. There's different perspectives, different opinions as well with relation to this. There's a lot I don't know as well. That's why I try to be a little bit more cautious when I speak about these things. A lot of desperate people, absolutely. Are they going to be exploited? Absolutely. Are they going to be smuggling gangs? Yep. Yeah. People are going to be put into really difficult situations? Absolutely. Van Hal says hi. Hi, Van Hal. Get back, C. Hi, Get back, C. Why is it essential? In relation to, please elaborate a bit more, back C. Sorry. Account suspended. Hey, Baldy. Hello. You give the her to Frodo anytime soon. Lord of the Rings reference there. I'm bald. Of course I am. That's the way I look. It's all good. Yorick, guys, grow up. Yeah. Doesn't bother me, Yorick. It's all good. Helps my algorithm, Yorick. Helps my algorithm. Thank you for helping my algorithm, guys. Thank you. The Azuki saying, but ultimately demonizing immigrants and refugees is absolutely the wrong and disgusting approach. Right, okay. I mean, post-World War II, it was Indian and other countries' immigration that was pivotal to ruling London country. Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was. Zuki, you're very, very true. It's dividing people, I suppose. I think that you can't have loads of people just come into the country, not work, get loads of benefits. I understand why people get frustrated at that, because everyone else is struggling, the country's struggling, and then it's making the situation worse. And that's what people are going to look at it like that, from that angle. I agree with what you're saying, Zuki, though. Very well-rounded comment there, very well thought out, by the way. Let me think. Let me just break it down as well. You shouldn't demonize people for just wanting a better life for themselves. No. It should be done in a measured way, in a controlled way, in a smart way, really. And it really was pivotal, and it still is today. You look at Zuki, you look at my workplace, you might have heard me say this before. Look at my workplace. I work for the NHS. I work at Chorley Hospital. There's so many people from overseas. And if they weren't there, that wouldn't be running. And they're all from different countries. And a lot of them, guess what? They're really nice. They're sound. They're hardworking, decent people, Zuki, and they keep society afloat. Not just in a hospital, but in other ways as well. Sandra's saying it's like a primary school here. With some people it is, Sandra, not all, of course. Get back seeds on holiday. On holiday, okay. I don't know what you mean. Sorry, get back see. I don't know what you mean. Sorry. Zuki, add a bit more context in there if you can. Zuki saying, statistically, last thing on this, sorry, don't be sorry, it's okay. We don't even take our fair percentage of refugees, much less than many other countries, Sweden, Jordan, Turkey, etc. From what I know, Zuki, I don't think we should take any fucking more, man. I think it needs to stop. I think it's too much. I think society's already struggling. People are struggling. I think there's got to be a point where you got to go, right, when does it end? It sounds brutal, that, doesn't it? If you got too many all at once, the thing would just collapse. There's not enough money or resources to keep everything going. I'll be all sync with it. It sounds really brutal, that, doesn't it? And is there going to be? It depends on what you're bringing in. Are you bringing in criminals? Are you bringing in good, hardworking people? That's going to make society better. Or are you bringing in lazy criminals that are toxic? Depends on what you're bringing in as well, and what they contribute or take away. Obviously, as well, and on another way of thinking, Zuki, is a lot of English people, they don't do anything. They're lazy. They take drugs. They're unkempt. They have toxic behaviours. I'm on about English people. Some, not all, but quite a lot. And they're just lazy and they don't do anything. And they don't contribute to anything. They just take. And they're a problem as well. There's a lot I don't know as well. I'm just giving my perspective and my opinion, of course. I'm trying to be as respectful as I can with it. As you're saying, just a spun narrative that says they are overrunning the country. Could be, yeah, a spun narrative by media. Therefore, brainwashing to an extent, to keep us angry, to keep it to divide and conquer kind of thinking. Is what in relation to what you're saying, Zuki. So Sandra's saying, Zuki, I come from another country. Sandra's from Croatia, obviously, if you don't know. I moved here because I found the place I grew up in to be boring and lacking opportunities and economical growth. Okay, I think the immigrants aren't the issue. It's how the government handles it. That's the issue? Yeah. Yeah, I'd agree with that. I can't say your name. Sorry, dude. Maheshwar. Sorry, I'm saying it wrong. Sir, I'm from India. Any problem? You're from India? No problem. No problem with anybody. As long as you're a good person, respectful person, a decent person, I don't have a problem with anybody. GYYHYGG. I can't say your name. Good morning, sir. I will like and subscribe to support your freedom of speech. Thank you. It's good to have freedom of speech. Of course. But keep it respectful, of course. I try my best to. And also, with relation to these type of topics, they can be like, there's a lot of debate there, isn't there? I might not agree with everything that everybody says completely, but that's okay. Still be respectful. Anyway, Zuki saying it doesn't help that refugees aren't allowed to legally work for 2 years. No, oh God, no. After arriving in the UK, that really hinders them personally. Zuki, absolutely right. They can't work. What do you do? What do you do? You're forced into a situation there. You need to eat. You need to put a roof over your head, and you can't work legally. That must be really difficult. They wish to work but are unable to unless their claims are accepted. That's difficult. If you were in that situation, Zuki, or me, that would be really difficult. So I can understand the pain and suffering from that. Maheshwar, so I'm from India. Any problem, everybody? No problem. It's all good. Respect to you, sir. All good. Sandra's saying, Zuki, that's such a complex subject. It is a complex subject. It is, isn't it? Yeah, it's not just one black and white thinking. And I don't know much about its comment, unfortunately. I'm limited, in all honesty, with regards to, I can give my opinion and perspective on things, but I do realise there's a lot I don't know. It must be difficult, though, going to another country and you can't work for 2 years. You're not allowed to work legally. What do you do? It'd be difficult. You find a way somehow. Sanders is saying, Maheshwar, hi. India and its people are lovely. I work with Indian people, and a lot of them. I've met a lot of Indian people in my life, and they've all been nice. Do you live and work here in the UK? Synergy, hi Synergy. The thing is, I'm reading your comment, sorry. The thing is, I'm from the UK and it's actually insane. It's cold, nothing works, people are angry, diminishing returns. I moved to Thailand and got married to a half Thai girl by the beach. 100% best decision. Why would anyone want to stay there? Cold, miserable country with nowhere to buy a house, laughing my ass off. Do you know what, Synergy? You fucking bang on. Shit. I'm breaking down what Synergy's saying. My name's Brad, by the way, Synergy, if you've not seen me before. Well, I'm going to break down what you've just said because there's a lot of truth in it. I agree with a lot. I agree with some of what you're saying. Let's say that. See, you're from the UK. Synergy is from the UK originally. It's actually insane. It's cold. Fucking cold right now, mate. Nothing works. Well, it does, but it's very disjointed. People are angry. Fed up, angry, downtrodden. Diminishing returns, meaning you work your ass off, you don't have much money at the end of it. You move to Thailand. Whereabouts in Thailand are you from now then, is the question, Synergy. And you say it's the best decision, would anyone stay there? I ask myself that question sometimes. It's a cold, miserable country with nowhere to buy a house. It's very true. I'm in that situation. Synergy, do you know what? I'm in that situation right now. I work as a qualified nurse. I'm a band 5. I work in a theatre. Operational theatre. I'm at the top of my band, and I do overtime as well. I work about 50 hours a week, and I do this as well, YouTubing, whatever. And I'm struggling to buy a house. I'm struggling to buy a house. So true. Diminishing returns all the way, Synergy. Anyway, Zuki's then saying it's really complex, Sander, and I don't have personal experience myself to speak on. I guess partly I feel like through British imperialism, we ought and have an inherent duty to attempt support. Was it because England, the British ruled a lot of the world at one point, and it like they owe them something back? Is that what you're trying to say? I'm not trying to put words in your mouth, Zuki. I'm just trying to interpret what you're saying. Correct me if I'm wrong, by the way. Synergy then saying everyone of my best friend is doing the digital nomad thing and is actually happier, sort of. Everyone's trying to do the legit hustles. But I'm going to start again. Sorry, Synergy. I'm a little bit ill, mate, so forgive me. I'm a bit slower than usual. Every one of my best friends is doing the digital nomad thing and is actually happier, sort of. Everyone's trying the legitimate hustle to be in the sun, away from the noise. Yeah, I can resonate with that big time, Synergy. This is my hustle. This is digital. This is my hustle. Do I get paid for this yet? No, not there yet. I've not got to that level yet. I'm trying my best though, Synergy. This is my side hustle, mate.
So I can really, really resonate with a lot of what you're saying, man. When did you move to Thailand is the question, and how is life in Thailand, and whereabouts in Thailand? I'm asking you a lot of questions there, Synergy. I'm just genuinely interested. Good for you, by the way. Sander says, Synergy, wow. I'm Croatian, living in the UK, and I must agree with you. The UK allowed me to create a life I desired, but the UK is falling apart on a lot of other levels, a lot of other fields. Very, very true. NHS is crumbling. NHS Titanic. That's self-service. The trains, it's the infrastructure, the social system. The government's in load of debt. So is USA, by the way. USA's in a lot of fucking debt too. It's not sustainable. Canada's struggling. The West is struggling. Society, the Western world is struggling. It's on the downward trajectory, let's say that. There might be some harder times coming in the future. Hing Zhang says, digger. I don't know what that means, but hi Hing Zhang, how are you? Chulu, blue coat out. Blue coat out, what does that mean, Chulu? Sander saying, Synergy, I totally get why you moved, by the way. I completely get why fucking Synergy moved. Definitely get why. Have I thought about those things? Really do. I really, really think about those things. Victor has just farted. Okay, Victor, well done. And again, he's done a double. David says, hey, David. Good to have you with us, David. Hope you're okay. Good to see you again, by the way. Hope you're doing all right. Mike saying, DW, mate, we're struggling here in Aussie with housing too. So Australia's struggling too. That's interesting. Mike, can you elaborate a bit more on that? What's it like in Australia with the housing situation? And what's life like in Australia for you? So it's not just England. It's France, it's Germany, it's Canada, it's USA, it's Australia. It goes on and on for different perspectives, of course. Yorick saying, I went to Kew Gardens in London yesterday. It's a botanical garden, has some really good views. Yorick, did you do a video with that? Botanical garden sounds amazing. I bet it's got some great views. FZ1 CDS, what language are you speaking? English. Of course. Yorick says there's a place called The Hive. It's like a beehive. Has music with frequency playing it. It's the same frequency as bees. Interesting, Yorick. Never heard of that before. Suki saying that sounds amazing, Yorick. Absolutely. It sounds amazing. Different. I've never heard that ever. That's interesting. Why is that beneficial is the question. There must be a reason why they're doing it. And there's a lot of different frequencies that we're not aware of that our senses can't sense, of course, as well. Yorick saying, yeah, it's even more amazing at night when the light shows comes on. But I didn't go to the night. Those tickets are harder to get. So you went during the day, but at least you went. Megan says hi again. Welcome back, Megan. Hope you're all right. Nathan is saying, hell yeah. Fucking housing is absolutely dog shit here in Australia. Why is it just expensive, hard to get housing? Is the quality of the houses good? Do they match the price that you're paying for them? The cost of living's gone up for a lot of people. It's not just in England, is it? It's not just in England. Anyway, I'll move on. Megan's saying, I'm freaking out. I just got my monthly thing. Okay. I can't really help you with that, Megan, but I hope you're okay. Hope you're okay. It's a natural process, isn't it? Of course. Synergy saying living by Krabi. That rings a bell. I don't know the place, but that name rings a bell. Living by Krabi. How's life in Thailand is the question. Hi, Tanner. Welcome back, mate. Welcome back, Tanner. Hope you're okay. I'm just going with the comments today, Tanner. Tanner's asking, do you earn a living wage as a scrub nurse? Question mark. Yeah, you do. I'm at the top of my band, meaning there's three pay structures as a nurse. 3 levels, like newly qualified, there's a middle one, and then there's the highest one. I'm at the highest one because I've been qualified for over 4 years. It's definitely livable. It's livable. But if I want to go on holiday, if I want to do nice meals out, etc., I want to have I like to have a certain standard of living, let's say that, Tanner. I work extra to achieve those things. I have a good wage. Let's say a good wage. I'm not rich, but I have a good wage. I can afford the luxurious things I have. I don't drink. I don't smoke most of the time. But I do like to go on holiday. I do like to live my life, Tanner, of course. I do like to eat high quality food. But I find that I need to do overtime to achieve that. So it's okay, it's good, but it's not amazing. It's not as good as it used to be, Tanner. Anyway, as soon as you're saying, bro, I met her in late 2022, online, married 6 months later, and pretty much took about this long, nearly 2 years of a journey to get a visa because everyone wants to move there. There must be a reason for that then, Synergy, because it's probably better quality of life. Dan P5091, bro, you look like a gay alien. How many gay aliens do you know, Dan P? Where have you been going to find those gay aliens? Anyway, Synergy's saying, the thing is, if you can get a visa that is perfect, it's perfect because you can take a WFH Western job there and essentially be rich. Good for you, by the way, Synergy. How much can you spare for a holiday abroad, for example, Istanbul? How much could I spare? If I put my mind to it, I could go away. I could go on a 2-week holiday every 6 months, Tanner, if I put my mind to it. I have to do overtime though to achieve that. So let's say £2,000. £2,000 twice a year, I could afford to go away. So that's £4,000 on a holiday per year. But you make sacrifices for that as well, Tanner, to achieve that. Obviously, though, Tanner, if I remember correctly, you're a surgeon, aren't you? So you'd be on a lot more money than I would. You pay a lot more taxes, though, if you're in England. But anyway, I'll move on. So as you're saying, a mate wages should be wages that with that job in a normal life. Absolutely, Synergy. So you're saying, are we really doing gay jokes in 2026? What's next? Your mum jokes? Yeah, they're the classic joke. The classic put down from a man's perspective. The schoolyard jokes is the gay one, isn't it? Oh, it's the most common one. And a lot of the time, I keep saying this, but it's because people are deeply insecure about it themselves that project those kind of questions onto others. Usually that's how it goes. Thank you to anyone that's liked and subscribed, by the way. Anyway, I'll carry on with a bit of content. So I think that slow growth forces you to ask a real question. Let's break it down. Would I still do this if nobody clapped? If I didn't have any external validation? Yeah, I would. Don't rely on external validation. Don't be an approval junkie. Don't be an approval monkey. Approval's nice. A pat on the back's lovely. Appreciation's nice. Don't get me wrong. It's fucking nice and it's good to give it out to people. Don't get me wrong. But don't rely on that shit because opinions, wants and likes can change with the wind. 1 minute, you're the fucking king. Everyone's applauding you. You're the best thing since sliced bread. You're amazing. You're outstanding, whatever. The next day, you could be a piece of shit. Stay consistent. Don't let the critics get you down. And don't get too arrogant with the approval, let's say. Just keep constant, keep stable. Keep relying on your own internal validation. And you won't go far wrong. Stay humble when you're doing well. Give yourself a pat on the back, don't get me wrong. Be happy. But stay stable. Stay stable. Don't let it get to your head. Be humble. And when life's like the chips are down a little bit, so you're getting critiqued, just remember, I'm good. I'm all right. I'm not letting this critique get me too much. You're just keeping that stability there. then you'll survive the ups and downs of life a lot more by not relying on the external validation. Of course. I'll go back to the comments in a moment. Zuki saying, oh yeah, it takes me back to school days. It's so dumb. Yeah, it is. It's dumb as fuck. They say like, oh, the computer broke, that's so gay. So stupid. It's just a generic fucking put down. It really, really is. It's schoolyard banter, schoolyard jokes. Zuki, absolutely. The synergy is being real here by the sounds of it, of course. It's not all sun, sex, sea and sex. There is work and struggles. That's very realistic of you to say and honest. But getting the vitamin D from the sun in the morning, wake up, does make the greatest difference in my mood. Vitamin D is huge, mate. And you're going to get a lot of people, synergy in this country, in England, let's say, have a deficiency of vitamin D. I have 2 tablets. I have 8,000 international units per day. It's not natural that you're getting, though. It does make a big difference. It's a hormone. Vitamin D is a hormone. I think it's a supplement, but it's actually a hormone. And it's pivotal in your well-being. And if you're depleted of it, you're not going to sleep well. You're going to be fatigued. It can cause other health issues if you're deficient in vitamin D, especially during winter in England, especially if you're working as well. So it's when you go to work, it's cold and dark. When you come home, it's cold and dark. You've got no sunlight at all in England a lot of the time, during winter especially. So therefore, you end up deficient. It can make you very unwell. So I think it's important to have that as a vitamin. Synergy, though, is lucky because he lives in Thailand and he has it every day. So good for you, Synergy. Yeah, thank you for sharing that. It's very true. Yeah, it's still work and struggles as well, Synergy. No matter where you are, everywhere has its pros and cons, and it still requires effort and energy and thingy. So to keep going. So Tanya's saying, as an ENT surgeon in Turkey working in a state hospital, I cannot afford during a holiday abroad with my family. Fucking hell, Tanya, that's awful, mate. Especially being an ENT. God, you're top. If you were in England, Tanner, because we have ENT surgeons at Chorley, by the way, of course, within the theatres. They have them all across the country, though. You'd be on, let's say, £100,000 per year. That's before tax, maybe more. I don't know. It depends on where you work and what your experience is, Tanner. You would get taxed heavily on that. But you'd be able to afford holidays, definitely. I hope that improves for you, Tanner, because you're helping people without your specific God of surgeons. Without surgeons in the world, they're helping to fix people so specifically. And hardly anyone in the world can do what you do, Tanner. Hardly anybody, as I'm sure you know. And without you're making people, you're really improving people's lives massively, massively. So important in society, and I think you deserve better than that. You deserve to be paid better than that. I'm sorry to hear that, by the way. And I mean, it's really difficult to become a surgeon. Fuck me, they work so hard to get to that level. The amount of education and the amount of effort, the years of hard, consistent work at a high level with that much responsibility deserves a good wage, in my opinion. Meanwhile, we've got footballers that are on silly money. They're treated like gods, and they're not really useful to society. They're good at what they do. Ronaldo's good at what he does. He's a very, very good footballer. But is he useful to society in a lot of ways? No, not at all. Not at all. Surgeons are more useful to society than a fucking footballer will ever be. Values-based society. The values in society aren't always fair, are they? They're just not. For right or for wrong. Anyway, I'll move on. I hope you get better opportunities in the future, Tanner. Are you working towards any other opportunities? Synergy saying, I'm proud of you, Brad. That's the way. Don't drink or smoke. No, it fucks me up. Synergy, I used to sesh a lot. I used to drink a lot. I used to fucking take drugs, Synergy, in my 20s. I was lost. But I don't do that anymore. It holds me back. A lot of people in the UK moan that they've got no money. But if you don't drink or smoke and reject society, you can low-key have a good quality life. Yeah, you can. If you don't be a slave to the vices. So don't drink, don't smoke. It's a lot of money to spend on those things. And they make you feel like shit as well, man. big time. They affect your energy big time. Yeah, I agree. Synergy, thanks, man. Absolutely. You have a quality living. Keep things simple. Yeah, synergy, exactly. Sanders saying. Synergy is then saying, like people on the dole, people that are on benefits, let's say, moan that they can't live on X, Y, Z. Yet they go down to the pub and smoke a pack of cigarettes. Yep. Not coming down on the poor, but some genuinely need benefits. Some people genuinely do need benefits, Synergy, and absolutely, it's not their fault. They need it, and I respect that, and that's all good. But there's people that are just smoking and drinking, lazy, not trying. There's no reason why they can't get a job, but they just don't bother, and then they complain while they're drinking their pints and they're smoking. They're putting the world to rights in the pub, drinking and smoking, getting free money, not doing anything, being lazy. There's a lot of people in England like that, Synergy, as you know. Bang on, by the way. I agree. Sanders clapping. So, yeah, I applaud that too, Synergy, what you said. Fish Penetrator, what a name. Hi, Fish Penetrator, how are you? My name's Brad, by the way. The fentanyl-laced cereal milk got me seeing and speaking to God. Wow. Fentanyl is such a strong drug. It kills a lot of people, that fish penetrator. Be careful with that. It kills a lot of people, especially when it's used as a street drug. Synergy is saying, I suppose charity work they do. What footballers, you mean, Synergy? I'm sorry if I've lost my train of thought there, Synergy, in relation to what you're talking about. Chicken one chip. I can't say your name, man. I'm going to try and say your name. Chicken Wangler Zombie. Hello, Baldy. Hello. Synergy saying, only example I can think of is, okay, Matthew Kershaw. Hi, Matthew. How are you doing? Matthew saying he's got something, just in case anyone wanted to know. Good for you. I'm glad that's working out for you there, Matthew. Going with the joke there. Not your everyday cultist. What's your thoughts on immigration into the UK? Oh, God, it's a complicated one. Not sure everyday cultist. I think I've been spoken about that before. I'm not an expert. I don't do politics because there's so much I don't fucking know. I'm wise and intelligent enough to know that I don't know everything about it. I think it should be done in a measured manner. I think immigration has occurred in this country for a long, long time. It has. I'll just summarise the best I can. Without it, lots of jobs would not have been completed. They needed people to do certain jobs, work in hospitals, for example, to be doctors. A lot of doctors in this country are from overseas, and they're really good at what they do. And without them, this country would not function well. Nurses, healthcare assistants, list goes on and on, cleaners. Within the NHS, this is just the NHS I'm talking about. And without the immigration, legal immigration, the country would suffer big fucking time because the English people don't want to do those jobs. However, if you have too many immigrants at the same time and not all of those people are contributing to society, then it can be a negative. But with Zuki, what Jazuki mentioned before was some of these immigrants come into this country and they can't work legally for 2 years. They're not allowed to, which is a problem for them as well. I think there's a lot more to it than what I've just said. I think it should be done in a measured way, in a smart way, in a mindful way. Ideally, if you've got letting people into a country, you want people that offer value to that country, don't you? Like an Australian type of. The Australians do it in a certain way, don't they? They're very strict with how they do things. I think that's a healthier way of doing it, let's say. Anyway, Synergy saying, in relation to what footballers bring to society, Brad, yeah, some of them do good charity work, Synergy. They put some money back into societies. Yeah, you've got a good point. Thanks for your perspective there. Yeah, some actually give back, don't they? So they're not all bad. Thanks for that. I didn't think about that. Thanks for adding that bit in. Thanks for your perspective. It's true. Yeah. Anyway, Synergy saying, I'll answer for him. He loves it and he's... Synergy saying, I'll answer for him. He loves it and his car team is Keir Starmer's bestie. shit. Oh, it's bad. It's so bad. It's the illusion of choice as well. It's like, what do you want? Do you want to choose blue or red? It's like Conservatives or Labour usually, isn't it? It's like the illusion of fucking choice. Do you want this poo or that poo? Which poo would you like to vote for? You get to choose, you need to vote. It's like, you're not really... Whoever's in charge is hated, aren't they? Synergy. And whoever. It's not it's not good. It's not good. Anyway. I'm going with the joke there, Synergy. It was funny. Anyway. So slow growth. I'll move back onto this. I'll go back to the comments in a moment. Slow growth forces you to ask a real question. Would I do this if nobody clapped? I've already said that. And right now, the answer is yes. I'm going to keep fucking going. I'm going to keep making this content, of course. Not forever, maybe, but for now. This is what I do. This is my side hustle. Has it manifested money yet? No, it hasn't. But it will do. It will do. I'll keep going. Is there anything that anyone else does that's doing now that doesn't get you much recognition? Is there anything else that anyone else is doing that doesn't get much recognition? You don't always get it. You don't always get that pat on the back. Integrity is doing the right thing when no one's looking, isn't it? That's what integrity is, doing the right thing when no one's looking. The truth always comes out anyway. So if you're living a lie, it's going to catch up with you. It's going to catch up with you. Maybe not straight away, but it will eventually. So it's good to be true, good to be genuine, good to be real, good to have integrity. The world needs more of it. It really does. So anyway, I'll just chill for a moment. The question is, I don't know. Do I keep doing content like this where I'm just going with the comments, or do I start to talk about narcissism and other things, or maybe a mixture of the both? We'll see when I go forwards. So don't take anyone lightly at all. I really appreciate anyone that comes on and sharing perspectives. And if you chose time to spend with me today, that means something. Fucking right it does. This channel isn't about blowing up. It really isn't. It's about showing up together and working things out, looking at different people's opinions and perspectives. It's a collective consciousness on the whole, and it can help people grow together. I'm going to sneeze, sorry. I'm not well. Sorry, guys. I'll hold that in. Sorry. I've got a cold. I'm not at my best, as you can tell. Sorry, guys. Zana. Hi, Zana. How are you? My name's Brad. Hello. How are you? Hope that you're doing okay, Zana. Growth can be slow at times, though. It really can. It's not always linear. It's not always in a straight line. It's gradual. But I do appreciate everyone that's been on here today. I really appreciate you all. And of course, now I'm going to open chat. I've been doing that most of this live anyway. So it's all good. Aidan, Aussie. No, I'm not Australian. I'm English. Aidan, how are you, Aidan? Hope you're okay. Yeah, this is English accent. It's not Australian. Australian sounds different. Zana saying, great, how are you? I'm good. I'm all right. I've got a cold, Zana. I'm not 100%. I've got a little bit run down, but I'm okay. Not bad. I'm here. I'm present. I'm doing my best. And that's it. Synergy saying he sounds like he's from Huddersfield. Well, you're not far wrong. Not far off. Huddersfield is in Yorkshire. I'm from Lancashire. Synergy, you're not far off there. Huddersfield's not that far from where I am. The accent is similar, but not quite the same. But there's not much difference. Synergy. So you're not far off. Where were you from in UK, Synergy, by the way, if you don't mind me asking? Where did you originally come from? Where did you grow up? Is the question. A lot of towns, Synergy, as I'm sure you're probably aware, let's say Oldham, Huddersfield, Blackburn, Burnley, Rochdale, the list could go on and on and on and on and on. They're all a shadow of them, their former selves. They really are. The towns are just run down. Like society, it's like endgame capitalism, isn't it, in a way? That's how I find it. I'm going a little bit quieter for a while. I've been talking for ages, of course, trying to respond to you guys the best I can. It's all good though. Oh God, I don't feel the best right now. Going through the motions of life, the ups and downs, innit? That's how it goes. Cool boy Age. Hi, good boy Age. How are you? How is it going? I'm back. What's up, Brad? I'm not well, mate. I've got a cold. I'm just on here doing a live, just chilling, just going with the comments today, cool by age. How are you doing? Hope you're all right. How's life? I need to eat something. I'm going to eat something soon, Sander. I'm going to do another 15 minutes, and then I'm going to call it a day. I do need to eat something. You're right. I do. You're right. I'll take your advice. I'll do another 15 minutes, and then I'll call it a day. I'm going quiet for a while, I think. It's all good. What was I going to say then? I don't know. I'm running out of things to say, guys. Zana's asking me a question. Please don't mind, but I was really want to know why you get laughed at when you were balding. How did you get over it, or did you just cut your hair? Good question, Zana. Right, so basically, I've said this a few times on here, but I'll explain it. When I was, let's say, 20 years old, 19, I was young. I'm 43 now. So I had hair then. Short, had hair. Okay. I was going bald early, and I was receding. And I remember one of my colleagues at the time, she said, "Oh, Brad, you're going bald." And I went, "Am I?" I went, "Yeah, you're going to go bald when you're older. You're going to go bald soon." And I didn't realize. And then I looked at my head, and I realized I was going bald. And I was really, really insecure and worried about it, Zana. I was fucking insecure. I was 19, and I was losing hair, and it wasn't good. And I tried my best to make the best of it for as long as I could. But all the time, while I had hair, I was insecure. And as I got older, it got worse. So it didn't look the best. So it's a problem for men, really, potentially. Excuse me, sorry. So what did I do? The best thing I did, I thought, do you know what? I'm going to cut my losses, Zana. I'm going to cut it all off. So I cut it all off. And then it was like the problem had gone away. I thought, oh, I look good, but my bald head suits me, luckily. I've got the right shaped head. So that helped me, by the way. With regards to that, it helped me, Zana. Let me just go back to your question. Please don't mind, but I want to know, did you get laughed at when you were balding? Yeah, I did get laughed at and joked at. That's what people do. I still get it on here. I get it on here every day, Zana. But once it's gone, it's the problem's gone. That's my perspective. I've got no hair. It's fucking obvious. It's gone, right? The problem's not there. I don't have a hair problem anymore because I've not got it. It's like a weight's been lifted off my shoulders. So when someone calls me bald, I think, well, yeah, it's true. It's okay. And you've got two eyes. Yeah, it's true. And it's also coming from a place of like psychological strength. I've got psychological strength and stability. It's like, I like myself. I love myself. Not in an arrogant way, but in a healthy way. So I feel at peace and it doesn't bother me at all. And then that's how I approach that going forwards. But when I was younger, it made me insecure as fuck. But that's 20, that's a long time ago now. Ada saying, W bald guys. Yeah. Anyway, Nathan's saying, a village safe and sound, big gust of wind blows it down, little villages builds and repairs, placing every little thing with tender love and care. Village safe and sound. Big gust of wind blows it down. Little villages builds and repairs, placing every little thing with tender love and care. That's very nice. Thanks, Nathan. I like the riddle struck poems that you mentioned and sharing. Thanks for that. Positive. Zana saying you look great and you're handsome. Thank you, Zana. Thank you. Thanks. That's very kind of you to say. Yeah, you've got to be at peace within yourself, really. It's harder when you're younger, though. You get it through wisdom and experience, really, and working on yourself. It takes time, though. It takes time in relation to that. So, yeah. So yeah, what should I talk about now? Let me carry on the best I can. I'll talk the best I can. In relation to what was I going to say, I was on a carnivore diet. Okay, that meant just eating meat, animal-based products. Did it for about 30 days. I lost a lot of fat. Amazing. My belt, you know, when you put your belt on, of course, it was just less there, less fat there. It's still a little bit there, but it's a lot less. Not that I'm fat or anything. So I've lost weight, which is great. I felt okay throughout it, most of it, but I found that the diet was limited and I got a bit bored of it, if I'm honest. And I'm going to, going forwards, I don't know if this is interesting at all, but I'll talk about it. Going forwards, I'm going to mix a Mediterranean diet with the carnivore diet. So some meals will be carnivore diet based and other meals will have a Mediterranean diet based, but less carbs overall going forwards. And I'm going to start the fasting again as well. That's my little 2p's worth on my diet, if anyone wants to know. Little Devil. Hi, Little Devil. How are you? My name's Brad. Hope you're okay. Nathan's saying, the little village is you and I. We're as neutral as the ground and sky. Eating healthy helps quite a bit. Too much muck and the village gets sick. Very good, Nathan. Very good. Love that. The little village is you and I. We're as natural as the ground and sky. Eating healthy helps quite a bit. Too much muck, and the village gets sick. Yep. It's that balance, isn't it, with regards to your diet? You've got to be your own doctor in a way. Not that you have to have that doctor's intellect, but listening to your body and knowing what your body wants and needs, and it's different for everybody sometimes. That's what that is. Little Devil saying, I'm just scrolling in live. No worries, Little Devil. Are you just going down the rabbit hole of YouTube and the internet, Little Devil, as we all do? Well, I do. Little Devil's asking, can I ask you something? Yeah, of course you can. Go for it. Where are you from, by the way, Little Devil? Little Devil, I tend to read all the comments on here. Most of them, at least. I'll wait for you to write whatever you're going to write. It's all good. So I think recently, anyway, I'll carry on talking. I think I've gone off track a little bit recently. Super Horse. Super Hornet. Hi, Super Hornet. I think you've been on here before. How are you? Is it safe to eat plutonium-239? What a question. Is it safe to eat plutonium-239? What the fuck is that? Is it safe to eat plutonium? It doesn't sound safe, Super Hornet. What is it? Okay, Little Devil. What will you do if a girl keeps insisting that she likes you, but you know she's too good for you? I mean, she's too beautiful for an average guy. Right, okay. Let me break it down, Little Devil. What will you do if a girl keeps insisting that she likes you? So this girl's saying that she likes you, okay? But you know she's too good for you. So that means if you think in your head that she's too good for you, even though she keeps telling that she likes you, that's something that you need to work on internally, little devil. Do you like yourself? Do you love yourself? Do you know yourself? So do you like yourself? Do you love yourself? Do you know yourself? Those are the questions I'm going to ask you now to get some more information. She's too beautiful for an average guy. But you've got to have a place, you've got to have a place of self. You know, by the sounds of it, little devil, have some self-love. Have some self-love. Love yourself. Like yourself for who you are. Accept yourself for who you are. Don't put people on a pedestal, little devil. Don't put people on a pedestal at all. And if she's telling you that she likes you, trust that. Believe her. If her actions back up her words, so she's showing you that for her actions that she likes you or loves you or whatever, and she's saying it as well, if those two resonate with each other, then trust those things. Little devil saying, I'm from the Philippines. Oh, cool. How's life in the Philippines? I work with people, Filipino people, you know, little devil, and do you know what? They've all been really nice, man. Everyone I've worked with from Philippines has been a really good person, like really polite, really hardworking, and really nice. How's life in the Philippines? Nathan's asking, the big gust of wind, like our very breath, blows differently with subtle strength. The lights of house by the pier alerts all senses if danger is near. The big gust of wind, like our very breath, blows differently with subtle strength. Yes, the lighthouse by the pier alerts all senses if danger is near. Thank you for the poetry. Again, thank you. Little Devil saying, not to mention she's rich too. And you're working for an uncle. How old are you, by the way, little devil? And how old is she? So you feel like you're from a lower status than her with regards to finances. She's rich, you're working for her uncle. But she's still saying that she likes you, which is good. Good for you. She might see some potential in you. Maybe. I don't know the full story though, of course, little devil. Super Hornet is saying, plutonium-239 was a nuclear material used in the Tsar bomber world's biggest nuclear bomb and also one of the most dangerous materials known to man, is it? Wow. Super Hornet, plutonium-239, I didn't know what that was. Thanks for educating me on that. I didn't know what that was. Thank you for answering. Little Devil says, I do know myself and I know I can't give her what she will need. You do know yourself. What's she going to need? She doesn't need money, Little Devil. If she's rich, she doesn't need money. She wants someone she can trust. She wants a companion. Can you be a trusted companion to her, Little Devil? Why do you know that you can't give her what she needs? Is it finances that you're worried about? Usually that's what I'd assume anyway. Let me know. And Nathan's saying, maybe I should write a book. Nathan, go for it. Just go for it. If you want to write a book, write a book. Go for it. If that's what you want to do. Little Devil saying, well, the Philippines now is burning hell of corruption. I bet it fucking is. Little Devil. The world is, but some places more so than others. It sounds awful, that. She's 27 and she's 24. So there's a good, you're close together with age, Little Devil. Megan says hi again. Remember me? Yeah, of course I do, Megan. How are you? Hope you're okay. Hi back to you, Megan. Oh, so Nathan says hi to you as well. Sorry. There we go. So I'll be ending soon, guys. I will be live again. I've not been, last few lives I've done, I've just been reading the comments. I do need to create some more thought-provoking content. I know I do. I've not done it for a while, but I've not been feeling my best, so I've kept it simple, isn't it? Mega saying, who are you? Question mark. Is that towards Nathan? Little Devil says, is that to me or someone else, Megan? Little Devil said, quite compliment, isn't? What do you mean quite? Compliment isn't. Sorry, little devil. So yeah, in the future, Megan's saying, I do. Why have a wife who looks 35? Okay. Not trying to be rude. No, you're not being rude, Megan. It's okay. Little devil saying, well, let just things do its way, I guess. Things will, if it's meant to be, it's meant to be, little devil. If it's meant to be, it will be. But don't put people on a pedestal, is what I'm trying to say. Don't look at people as above you or better than you with regards to looks or money or anything. Don't put anyone on a pedestal. Don't, in your mind. That's what I think anyway. Everyone's got their own strengths, weaknesses, struggles. Everyone's got their own opportunities, benefits and disadvantages or whatever it is. All right, sorry, Megan's asking. All right, sorry. Megan's asking, I meant, do you have a wife because you look 35? Oh, thank you. If I look 35, I'll take that. I've got a partner. I've been with for nearly 10 years. I don't have a wife, but I have a long-term partner. Yes. Been with her for nearly 10 years, Megan. Yep. So yeah, life's good, Megan. Life's good. Guys, I'm going to call it a day. I think I've done 3 hours. It's long enough. In the near future, I'm going to be speaking about deeper things because I've not really done much deep ones for a while. So I'm going to speak about regulating your nervous system. I'm going to be speaking about 5-dimensional vibrations, about being more aware, being more conscious, being a better version of yourself. I'm going to be talking about 5D, 5-dimensional type of being, but not today. But little devil says goodbye. Megan says no, sorry, Megan, I need to go. I've been 3 hours. I'm not eating yet, Megan. I need to eat. I need to go. I'm sorry. Anyway, Megan, thank you for being with me. Thank you for watching. I will be live again. If you do, please. I don't know what that means. Let me read. NCID dress. I can't. Why? Megan, I can't read that. I will be live again at some point, of course. If you want to see when my next lives are coming out, like and subscribe to my channel. Hit the notification button. If you do need to email me, it's on my channel, www.inspirationalambivert.com at outlook.com, should I say. And I'll try and respond to you the best I can. If you want to email me, you can do. But thank you for your time. Look after each other. Keep going. I know growth is slow sometimes, but that's okay. Just keep going. Do your best. All right. I know life's not always easy, not always perfect. Megan said, if you haven't eaten, then enjoy. Bye. You're my favorite streamer. Oh, thanks, Megan. That's very kind of you to say. I appreciate that. Thank you. Anyway, look after yourselves, guys. I'm going to get something to eat because I need to eat. So thank you for your time and goodbye.